Yeah, I was about ready to go off on a stupid little story, and I realized they can't hear us. So I probably should.
We're
go
not
ahead
live yet.
No, we need to be live. You want to be live? They've suffered through how many 2 minutes of silence? Here's you.
They can hear us.
Yeah, Dan says he can hear us. Shock Gremlin says they got Temu ads. Oh,
So we're live now.
Now we're live, and realizing that I never turned on the
Live sign?
the live recording button. You know, the magic red light, click, we're recording, that supposedly signifies don't open the door. That isn't always, mostly works. Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're here.
We're here.
We're live.
We're live for the Patreon members. Hello and welcome to the Patreon-only portion of the Odin Makes live stream. Good morning. I'm Odin.
Hi, I'm Felicia.
And today we're going to probably talk about the con last week, and or maybe not. And what I wanted to do, what I was thinking about on the way in, is like, what are we doing? What can we work on? Because I don't have
Everything yet.
I haven't got all the bits and pieces, right? Thankfully, got some really good online resources to know what pieces of hardware I need to look for or emulate in order to get the details that I'm gonna kind of want. But I think we're making ribbon cables today.
Yeah.
And one of the benefits of last week's con.
Yeah, we got to see some real Ghostbuster packs, Proton Packs.
We got to meet up and talk to the 916 Ghostbusters. And one of the questions we asked them throughout the con was,
how long is the ribbon cable?
and the answer we got 9 times out of 10 was,
About this long.
well, I was going to say, ask the guy who wasn't here yet. There were 3 main people that we ended up talking to at the con, because I don't know how many people that were at that booth were actually 916 Ghostbusters. But of the 3 people we talked to,
They were all dressed up, though.
they were all dressed up. No, it was a great looking booth.
Yeah. They all look like experts to me.
There was one guy who was the prop guy who, whenever we walked over, he had walked away. Which, whatever.
He could sense that we were coming. He was like, bye.
I'm out of here. But yeah, what Felicia's saying, it sounds like about a meter. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I figured if we cut it a yard, isn't a yard longer than a meter? We have a meter stick, we have a yard stick.
Right.
This is the meter stick. This
Yeah,
is the yard
meters
stick.
should be longer.
But this one's longer.
Oh,
Oh, wait, no.
it's the other way around. Isn't a meter almost 40 inches?
You're right. 1 meter's longer than a yard.
Yeah.
So if we cut it at a meter and then we cut it down to
We
a
just cut it
yard
down
so
to
we
a
can have
yard
the
or-
ugly edges chopped off.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, it's like
Yeah.
basic equivalency.
Yes, it is basic equivalency. It's
My crafting math.
You are within 10% between the two of them, so whatever. Yeah.
That much of wiggle room.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was like, there's a difference between a yard and a meter, and I think that's enough of a difference to just kind of fudge it.
We're fine.
Yeah.
So the first thing came to mind, something that I wrote that I was thinking about coming in today, was the story of the prop guy for the 916 Ghostbusters. By the way, guys, if you're watching this as a repeat later, 1, thank you. 2, I'm really sorry I don't remember anyone's names. You might. You actually interviewed them.
Yes, but it was so fast and everything.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was there too. I just held the camera.
Yeah.
But the one guy was showing us his replica pack that he had made, right?
Yeah.
And talked about getting a hold of the right cable. So he bought the right cable for, I don't remember which character it was now, that he was working on.
He's made 3 packs, and he
Okay.
bought 2 of the cables from this guy he was telling us about on Facebook.
Gotcha.
And so
And who isn't the guy that we first heard about? It's someone else.
it's another person.
It's another person. So there's a couple of different vendors you can get ribbon cables on from apparently Facebook, but we're just going to fake it with Cat 5 cable and Cat 6 cable and packing tape.
Yeah, because it sounds like a fun thing that I want to try.
Yeah, and if it's horrible, we can always replace it later.
Or there was one pack where they just made it dark, like it was all messed up and smudged.
Right, it was
And
just
I
a
was
regular SCSI. That was the Hasbro pack, wasn't it?
Yeah, that one was the Hasbro pack, and they just made it dirty.
Yeah, they just used a regular SCSI
wow.
ribbon cable. It wasn't the braided cables or anything special. Yeah, they just made it really dirty.
So it was like, oh, there's our plan B.
Yeah.
Just distress it.
But the prop guy talked about getting hold of the right cable because he's trying to make a replica backpack, and he had his reference pictures of the pack, and he said it took him 4 hours, if I remember right, to put the ribbon cable on. That sounds like a long time to just put a ribbon cable on, but it took him 4 hours because
he was trying to get the twists right and make sure that it looked exactly like it did in his reference image. So
right, so I can see that. Putting it on, twisting it, getting it almost done, looking at it. Nope, that part's wrong. Untwisting it, getting back to that. Because you look at the reference images, it's twisted and twisted back and twisted. It's not. It was, according to the guys, military surplus that they were using on the original packs. So whatever original military surplus twists were on those cables, I assume. And then the prop guys just made it worse and stuck them down, and there, we're done. I assume.
we're not going to have to worry about this again. Oh, dang it.
Right. Here comes Ghostbusters 2. Well, we can't get that cable anymore.
Oh, so, that's a future me problem.
Oh God, isn't that the way I live my life?
Right? I just feel
Snowboard you, future Odin. All right.
Oh my gosh, the amount of times we kept those crappy costumes in Smosh, that it had to be exactly, the neighbor look had to have exactly this jacket, and this prop, and this, like everything. Yeah, no, I get it. Screw you, future me.
Yeah.
Okay.
How we doing? We got.
We are good. Dan Does Junk is here, and
Sweet.
Shop Gremlin, and we got Steve D saying evening and all.
Right on. Good evening, Steve D.
So welcome, y'all. We're gonna pretend to make some progress today.
Yeah.
So. Ribbon cable.
Ribbon cable.
We can rip apart some wires in the right length.
Yeah, we'll just start doing that.
Yeah, because I like ripping things apart. I'm good at that, and I can do that while I'm talking. I say this. We'll see if it's true.
All right. Do we want to look at how long a meter is?
Yeah.
Do you want to just do
is this
4 feet? No, this is...
How long does it go to?
This is 3 feet.
3 feet, so it's a yard.
Yeah.
1 meter.
And then we possibly want even extra over this so we can tie this down, because thinking about it, this is going to end up needing to be... my good clippers are at home.
That's okay. Let's just like mash it and destroy it.
Oh, I bet there's side snips in the cosplay repair, just not my good ones. Let me mark that. But I'm thinking we might want a little bit of extra because, in my mind, we're going to want to
tape it down.
Yeah, give it a little bit of tension and tape it down so it's got, so it's kind of neat. It's not just you know, a crazy mess.
Oh, you still have this. I love this creepy thing.
Yes.
It looks like it'll give you tetanus.
So that was the point, wasn't it?
Right? I love it. I'm going to be playing with that. Okay, so we have a meter. Oh, you have a measuring one, so we don't need this one.
Yeah, I've got one measured.
Okay.
This is arbitrary, so if we're wrong on the length...
We have wiggle room, because it was about this long.
Right. Hopefully we've got wiggle room, and if we don't, we'll fake it. Here's one of the fun things, is how much of this cable are we going to need to strip? Because...
In order to get it, it needs to be in rainbow order, so we only need one of each... Well, 2.
But that's not true, because it needs to be like 2 inches wide. The cable needs to...
No, I know.
We probably should look at the master plan and or one of the reference images.
Yeah.
Of the, even though it's the Ghostbusters 2 pack, but honestly we're going to be more Ghostbusters 2 than original.
Well, we're limited by the width of the tape. More or less.
More or less.
We can fudge it,
Yeah.
but if we work within it, it'll be easier. We'll see.
But what I can see happening and needing to do with all of this madness is possibly hot gluing this between 2 pieces of wood, so clamping it to the table. Not just make a braid, but we can get them all straight and flat. So when we want to put the tape on it, it isn't a nightmare.
So we have a tension point.
Yeah, so
makes
we're
a lot of sense.
Tape over guitar strings instead of tape on the back of your head.
Just different kinds of danger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, it makes sense to me. I'm all for that. we have to put them in rainbow order, and these ones
Right.
are all stripy. And there's the solids, and there are the stripes. So if we
Right.
take all the stripes, we can at least keep them as is. And then to make the solid ones, maybe a Sharpie down.
We can do that.
Or-
I should have either a box down there, or it might have moved around. Ooh.
I spy with my little eye.
In this rat's nest. I do think I've got some other like 30 gauge or 28 gauge wire that should do okay for those black and red cables. We want to put them in there.
So they're already the right colors.
They're already the right colors. I'm
I'm
pretty
okay.
sure I have some of that. If I don't, we can Sharpie it. Or, at that point, I just get it.
Distress.
Distress.
Just distress.
Well, the Ghostbusters 2 literally looked like it was just phone cable.
Yeah.
Looked like a twisted pair of phone cable, which is basically what this is.
Well, like all the different variants, they've at least been in rainbow order.
Yeah.
So if we at least, like there's the flavors that you're like, okay, this one feels right, this one feels completely off. If there's rainbow order and it's been distressed, I think we can just, it'll have the right.
And I can see doing rainbow order a couple of times. We do rainbow order and then repeat and then repeat.
Exactly. That's kind of how they do it.
Yeah.
It's that, what was it? That glance test, if it can pass the glance test.
Jesus. What I want this thing to do is pass the glance test. Let's print one out on paper.
I know.
But you're right.
But the glance test, as long as we get the colors in the rainbow order and they get the distressing on it, if it passes the glance test.
Yes, you're right.
And if we do everything else right, nobody's going to be focusing on that.
3Correct. And famously, there are things like this in the original Star Wars movies for the glance tests that there are matte paintings where, especially in Return of the Jedi, so all the matte paintings in Star Wars are works of art. They are detailed and perfect and wonderful, and everywhere you look, every detail is basically right? By the time Jedi comes out, the number of matte paintings has increased. They had so many they had to get done, and they also realized they only had to center on where the action was.
Yeah, no, that's completely true. That's completely
A 5-foot rule, right. So the matte paintings, especially for the Emperor's throne room, where there were 4 or 5 different matte paintings to show all the stormtroopers assembled, not throne room, sorry, the Emperor's arrival. 4 or 5 matte paintings done to show all the stormtroopers for when the Emperor arrives to the Death Star. That, the guys in the front row are right. By the time you get to the corners of the matte painting, one of them literally is with a smiley face on it. And that's a stormtrooper. And 5-foot rule.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Danda's Junk says the 5-foot rule.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah. No, it needs to taste right. If it doesn't taste right, it's not going to be right. It doesn't matter. But yeah. Are these even the right length? Should we
I think these
consider?
are too long.
Yeah, because these are the ones that I was playing with. We have
Those ones are playing. Your tiara's by the vase?
Oh, I see it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Or your crown or whatever it is.
My little flower hat that I made out of wires,
Yeah. No, we'll need to cut these down a little bit, but they're already
stripped.
Strips, or they're already not in blue, so. Oh, yeah, this one's probably long enough to do too.
Oh, there we go.
And
Here's
it's
a measuring
already
one.
creating a mess. Oh, thank you. So this is definitely going to be. So I think, before we get too much further along with this, although I don't mind cutting out a bunch of blue, and then we can always just cut more when we need it, probably need to start heating up a glue gun so we
can have a smooshing spot.
So we can have a smooshing spot for these
Do
things.
we have a clamp?
I've got a few clamps, yeah.
Because we could also clamp it under a piece of a bar while we're getting them all kind of undone, so we could.
So I'm thinking that we can't clamp and then add one, and then because we'll be unclamping every time we want to add one.
I was saying clamp them as the blue and then strip them down, and then
we could do that. They're not flat inside the blue.
Oh, okay. Never
now,
mind.
if you wanted to take a couple of inches off just one bits of blue, we can flatten them all out like we're going to put a Cat 5 end on them, then clamp them, and then finish stripping them.
There's no right or wrong way to do this. Let's just do it the weirdest way.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to put blindfolds on, We're going to use heated tools, and we're going to do this thing. No.
And we're going to mix meters and inches and centimeters.
Yes, that works so well for the space peoples.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, in the true space fashion. Let us
be
nonchalant about our conversion units.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
10 yards, 10 meters. The surface of the moon will just appear. It'll be fine.
It's only off by this much each time. Right. We have Mariah Woods here.
Oh, sweet.
Hello,
Hello,
Mariah. How are you? And Strictly Games. I told you I can ruin anyone's name.
Strictly Games is here. Nice.
Yes.
Hello, Aphid. Strictly Aphid was is how I learned his name with playing the Among Us games. Strictly Aphid, I think, is his YouTube channel.
Well, cheers.
Strictly Games.
Welcome and thank you for joining us.
Hey, Strict, how's it going?
Yes.
So here's one of the thoughts I also had.
Oh, we're giving Dan PTSD about work. Like
I'm sorry, Dan.
He's not at work having to look at all this cable he gave us from his job.
Yeah, by the way, thank you, Dan, for the surplus.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we could potentially...
No, that's too much work. I
Okay.
like your hot glue
Okay,
idea.
hot glue.
Yes. I see what you're doing. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but no, let's just do
We're
hot
not
glue.
going to knot one end. We'll just hot glue it. Clamp it, stretch it.
So what are we going to hot glue it to?
Okay.
That's a good
and all
question,
of a sudden, Daft Punk comes to mind. Clamp it, stretch it, hot glue it, tape it.
That's okay. I still have Off to Never Edit Land in my head, so.
Right. Do you care to explain Off to Never Edit Land, which is where I live?
Oh no, it's just Odin's been working on a video. Round of applause. And it is off into the editing. And in my head, I was just like singing Off to Never Edit Land because that's what happens to my stuff at the moment. It is shot and then stuck into the computer to then just sit there and exist. So anyways, that song's been in my head all day, and I've been teasing him because, yay, progress!
Yay, progress!
Right? Hello, Will Connors.
Hello, Will Connors.
So.
Ooh, that one's not so good. Let's get the big one.
Yeah. I drained those batteries really quick with the hot glue gun.
Yeah. I've got two of these big ones charged.
Question?
Yep, here we are. So we're going to need
hot
some...
glue get them. Should we hot glue them in the order and not in some random order, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we need to kind of strip them down first.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay.
No
No worries.
We're gonna want...
We'll just leave them in bundles like this and they'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll survive. Kind of want to do...
Yeah. I can get some binder clips and we can like...
Just smoosh them in packets.
Yeah, split binder clips.
I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because we also have tape.
I can see this...
Getting really messy real quick.
Getting really messy by the time we get to the end.
That is my evil plan.
I get to walk by in front of the camera again.
That is my evil plan. And then I will make more thingamajigs because I will be distracted by all the wires and craft supplies. That I will start making new projects before my old project's done. Because nobody ever does that.
Oh, I think I charged it.
What were these from? I feel like these were bought specifically for a project. Never mind.
Oh, some shirts too already. Okay.
Smoosh.
Smoosh, yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Either smoosh the end or even, which one popped out, or even if we just do something like this with the little ones, just to help kind of contain them. One of the two. Yep. Maybe, smoosh them with a little bit of foam, just to keep the ends from going to chaos.
Yeah. That's why I pinched the ends so they will all stay flat.
Okay. I'll start cutting more of the stuff that Dan gave us, because it has slightly different colors in it.
Oh, there we go.
And then I will
Do we have strippers?
Wires,
Because I feel like that'd be a logical tool to use, and I know where
You
mine are
feel
at
like.
home. But
I
I don't
agree
know where
that-
yours are. Sorry, keep it your
they're out working for me, earning $1.
They're in your real tools.
with the cable, we can. Thankfully, we don't really care that much about the ends, so we can just take the hobby knife, slit it a little bit. If you get into it, there is a nylon cord in here.
Yeah.
That if you can get a hold of it with one of the pliers, it's actually it is legitimately for ripping the shell off of it.
Yeah.
You need to keep a hold of. Yeah, you can definitely tell which is my cheap Cat 5 cable and which is the good stuff that Dan brought. Dan does junk, everybody. It's today's moderator, like most weeks. And huge thank you, Dan, for bringing us industrial surplus to help us make industrial-looking props. And also, if anyone's got cable like this, it is still one of my favorite things for wiring props. It's not necessarily ideal, but it is solid core, copper, usually copper wire, depending on the quality. It could be copper clad, but whatever. It's worked well for me in the past because I've got a ton of it lying around, and
I like free, reduce, reuse, and recycle. You know,
pretty much that too.
I'm a hippie at heart.
Yeah.
What do you need? You look frustrated.
No, I'm just going for the next piece. I'm agreeing with hippie at heart.
Okay.
I promise I am not frustrated. Although I do have a cold piece of Costco pizza I might attack pretty soon. Because eating on camera is professional as...
You know, it's just like one of those CAPTCHA tests. You are a live human being.
Oh, right, there's that.
So it's just proof that you are not a robot.
Toilet. Let's get rid of all the stuff I don't need. I'm not cutting this one right now. Get rid of the excess blue.
Okay.
I want these two to be cut down.
Now, with the extras, I will make a wreath.
Okay.
No, I'm just... There we go.
Now I'll go over to the middle drawer of my tool chest over there, where it's just got all my electronics disaster in it.
And, the fun drawer, yeah.
Hopefully, yeah, the fun drawer, one of many, and hopefully the little spools of automotive wire I bought, I believe, to make the montage machine.
I was gonna say, which we need a montage machine.
Yeah.
Where did that end up? Because I know it was in Myers' office for the longest time. Did it go down to Southern California?
I think it ended up going down to Southern California.
Because
I really wanted, Taryn loved that thing, and I really wanted one of them to get it. And there was a point where it looked like you could have, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, they moved without us there. But
yeah.
No, that thing was fun, and I always dream of it actually working. I need a montage machine, because then my stuff would be done by now.
This is one of the jokes, I'm hungry. Just make a bowl of cereal. That's going to take too long. Montage machine.
Ooh,
We're talking about Smosh commercials for episodes, for those of you who don't remember.
They just got out of commercials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got an Eat advert, Fusion 360 ad, and Photo Bucket.
Oh, okay.
Ads during the stream.
Yeah, well, I clicked, yes, ad, please, because unfortunately...
I feel like it tells on everybody, what are you getting advertised?
Right. There it is. All right.
Whee! This is going to be fun.
That's a word for it.
Chaos ensues, but it's getting fun.
It's nice that it's working on a detail and working on something that for the longest time I kept looking at. Yeah, well, I want to buy the real one because I want to buy the thing. All right, not going to happen.
Really? I've always looked at this detail going, I want to make that out of tape and wire.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, for the most part, I was always like, I'm just going to buy the one from Facebook and be done.
Well, at the costume shop when we made a Proton Pack, We ended up using the printer cables. You know,
Okay.
the old ribbon cables
Yeah.
from an old printer.
Right, which those are rainbow, and that seems right.
And they look right, yeah. That's what we used. And I was like, that was fun. Okay, but I want to make one. So, chaos shall ensue.
Oh yeah, there's this strip in the.
Yeah, the little nylon strip, and I've been pulling.
Well, there's a.
Oh.
This one, the one that Dan gave us, has another
Oh, it's fancy.
fancy strip in it. It may be stress relief for pulling it. I don't know. Dan might know. Poor Dan. So in this Cat 6 cable, there's this tapeworm cable. What's the tapeworm cable for?
Secret messages.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, it's like the old telegraph ticker thing, right? That's what this is.
Fiber optics.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is?
No, I'm making shit up. Don't believe
Oh,
me.
good. Okay.
Okay. No, I'm just making things up. It's to keep the sharks from chewing on the cables when they put it underwater.
Oh, okay.
Again, making things up. Please, internet, do not.
But there is actually anti-shark measures made for those transatlantic cables.
Make it just believable enough.
Yeah.
I swore I just heard my cat, but I didn't because it's at home. That was weird. Like I heard a meow out there. It's okay, I'm losing it.
Yeah, you are. I'm adjusting the super zoom if I can. There we are.
So that you can...
Hopefully, yeah. So camera 3.
Dan does junk says, I don't know what it's for, I just cut it off.
All right, fair enough. Yep, still liking how dark these are and how light the old Cat 5 I have is. I mean, there's still... Even the blues are different and the greens are
Gives
different.
more
That's
rainbows colors to work with.
good. Yes. Yeah, more rainbows. Taste the rainbow. Okay. So what did you do today? I unwrapped cable. Oh yeah? What did you do today? I watched somebody unwrap cable on the internet.
That's okay. I watch people do weirder things on the internet, apparently.
Yeah, I have to. It's okay. They're not here to watch us unwrap cable. They're here to listen to us.
They're
talk
here to
about
watch
weird
us
stuff.
suffer.
Well, there's that too.
This is just such slippery cable that I had it down for the last two, and this one is just going nopey, nope.
Do you need to?
Yeah, it's I can't get a grip in it because it's super slippery. There we go.
It twisted around the blue cable and yanked it out. Yoink! Oh, look at that! It's chewed up. Oh well.
Well, that's why it was a discarded cable.
Well, no, I chewed it up.
Oh, you chewed it?
Yeah.
Keep that out of your mouth. That's gross.
Yes, Mom.
Put it in your mouth.
Somebody has taken out the garbage in a couple of months.
Ooh, I'm telling.
Don't tell Mom. So the two actors that I got to meet at RocketCon, this was like 2 years ago now in San Diego. I got to meet Carla, who was Rita Repulsa from Power Rangers, and I also got to meet the guy, Danny was the character's name, I believe, from Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead, which was a fun movie. But he really embraced his one favorite line. Dishes are done, man! Because they had just skeet shooted all the dishes and broke them all. They're done, right? So that was, he had t-shirts and he would say it. And it was like that's his thing.
Good times, right?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
We need to make t-shirts that just smoosh it and smooch it eventually. You do have t-shirts, though.
I do have some t-shirts. I need to get some new ones made. More than once I've had requests for muscle shirts and... Wow.
The stupid nylon fibers, huh? They're very strong, but they're very slick.
Yes, and I have cut myself with them in the past, so I'm a little afraid of them.
It's worse than a paper cut.
But I think in the past I was not being careful. It was like, oh, I cut myself.
Yeah, no, I get it. I do not have the patience. There's only one patience, and I don't have access to it.
Oh, you're making a wreath, though.
No, it's okay. I'm just goofing off.
Oops.
Oh, no. Wow. Make a big old mess.
Since I haven't bothered to put a battery in the clock yet.
Oh. It is 11:55. 5 minutes and we can let the floodgates open.
Oh, okay, good.
It's almost time to let everybody in. Huh. Oh, there it is.
But yeah, I hear you. Never Edit Land's going through my head again.
That's gonna be stuck in your head because that's what now when I sit down at the computer, to never edit, because I'm not editing. I look at it like with all the intentions of going to edit,
Right.
and then I do everything else but edit.
Have you? So it's one long take, if I remember right? Maybe with some B-roll. There's not.
Oh.
This is the interview with the Ghostbusters.
Oh, I
right?
have
Is that
that.
what you're talking about, or something else?
Just everything in
Just
general.
everything.
That's
Okay.
where my stuff gets stuck, is in the editing phase. Like I have the interviews on a timeline and I have footage and stuff. It's really nice. I just need an intro, outro.
Yeah.
You know.
Are you using Premiere?
Yeah, actually, I was.
Okay. Premiere's got a really good transcription. So if you open up the text panel, you have to go look at View Text. Within there's a tab for transcription. It'll do a really good job of transcribing what everyone's saying. Let it know there's two speakers. And you'll get a 98% accurate Word doc of what's being said that might be easier to edit.
Oh, nice.
Because then you can look at it and go, I don't care about this. And within Adobe, you can click on a word in that transcription in the window, and it'll take you to that point in the timeline.
You know, I was actually watching a tutorial on that, and now it's like clicking of what they were trying to talk. Anyways, okay, I'm learning.
Yeah.
It's starting to click.
It helps.
It really does.
Honestly, I end up using it a lot for open captions for work, because a lot of the videos that I do for
Sorry, I
work...
didn't mean to hit you with that.
Need to be open caption, meaning the words need to be... You got closed captions, which you turn on and off, and so you can read what they're saying. Open caption, they're just burnt onto the video, and you can't turn them off. A lot of the videos we make require having open captions, and that's the easiest and fastest way to do it.
Modern problems.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, off the never end.
Yep, that's kind of why the live streams have still been going, because I don't have to edit them.
Yeah, pretty much. Frogmon's backpack and Clue pieces, and there was something else.
The Radio Bee giveaway.
Yeah, the Radio Bee that's probably expired, because that was a timed thing.
Yeah.
The Radio Bee giveaway. I swear there was something else that I had or could have used, but there's at least those effectively 4 videos, because each one should be a 2-parter. Frogmon might end up being 3. Yeah, that I've just been languishing in the gotta put them together. The Clue one at least is more of a normal build video. It's just me getting stuff done.
Yeah.
I just gotta tug up on what I'm doing. Frog Mom is literally like 26 hours of me and Miranda rambling that gonna have to go through all that and to figure out what it is I'm gonna do with it.
Time lapse, the whole thing.
Yeah, done.
Well, I officially put my blood into this project. Sweat, blood, and tears.
You
No,
cut
I'm
yourself
fine.
with the...
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's just as if I was checking my blood sugar.
So... Okay.
It's okay.
Squinting, because bad eyesight. I can still see a 1-1 in the clock on the side of the computer.
Oh yeah, it's exactly 12 o'clock. It is time to let people in. And look at Danda's junk using his full brain going, do you have something like a clipboard to hold the entire width of the cable?
That's not a bad idea.
That's kind of what I was picturing when I was saying
We're saying, oh, okay.
Yeah. But, yes. I am open for suggestions, especially when they're like, use your whole brain suggestions.
Right.
Here, I will trade sides so you can let people in.
Okay. Quick, click on the thing, move the thing, edit the thing, and scroll down to public the thing, save. Actually, it says done. And then category, how to and style, playlists, live streams, Ghostbusters Proton Pack build, done. And then we gotta go down to save, right? Is that the bottom? Oh no, it's off to the side. There it is.
It's hiding from you.
Yeah, well, I kind of scooted the window over so we could see viewer count as well as what's this thing over here? The chat. Which, looking at it, it's mostly damn, but that's okay. A 5-foot rule, yep. Clipboard would be great. Shock Rumblin saying wire can act as a capacitor if long enough. And I know Dan knows, but length of wire will change a circuit's resistance. Oh, okay. And Damn1234DG says, first, welcome Damn1234 DG, and congratulations on being the first to jump in on the public portion of the live stream. We've actually been streaming for a little over half an hour for patron members only, for Discord members only. Felicia's here, she's just rummaging a bin in the side. So, you know, yes, the public just started. Congratulations on being first for that. But, there it is. What we're doing today is currently stripping...
We're making a mess!
We're making a mess! Currently we're stripping some Cat 5 and Cat 6 cable. And the reason is the colors of the wires inside are ever so slightly different between these two brands. I don't know if that's a common thing within wires in general, but with the surplus we've got, more color! Working on trying to make the ribbon cable. That's what it says in the description if you read it. So we've been cutting down meter-ish, a little longer, I'm being generous, lengths of wire, cutting them off of just excess from network cables, ripping the blue jacket off, and getting down to the things so we can make Ghostbusters 2 style ribbon cables for our 80s Ghostbusters Proton Pack. Yeah.
Yes. Hello, Stephen Hall. Hello, Odin and Felicia.
Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Stephen Wagner. Hey, yo, Odin. Have you seen the new Ted series on Peacock? It's funny.
I have not. I have heard it's funny, and I have heard it's better than the movies. But I have not. I don't think I've got Peacock. Although recently...
Peacock free?
Yeah, well, maybe it is, in which case I just haven't bothered. But I don't think it is.
Oh, okay.
But I just realized my cell phone carrier, T-Mobile, does offer Apple TV free.
Oh.
Just by being a customer. So I activated that last week so I can see the Monarch series. I just haven't bothered to sit down and watch it yet.
You can also watch The Tick.
Can also watch The Tick. The Tick...
Isn't it on Apple?
I thought that was on Amazon.
Amazon, sorry. You're right.
Well,
Amazon and Apple are different. I was just thinking A. You're right.
Paying for Amazon. And technically I'm paying for Apple. It's just bundled. But have actually been watching some TV, which is, I haven't for the better part of a year, but I've actually started sitting down and watching TV and watched all of the Obi-Wan series.
Oh,
Finally
nice.
finished that.
Enjoying it?
Yeah. And then for the fun of it, Shock Gremlin and I started rewatching Star Wars in chronological order.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's one of the options you can select on Disney Plus is watch it in their chronological order. And so, yeah, it's like, all right, this is going to take a while.
Does it change the story to you at all?
No. Not that I can remember, but I haven't come across anything that... I
just noticed they're all edited differently.
Oh, yeah. Different looks. I mean, it's it's going to be a total like steaming pile when we get to the whole end of the Skywalker saga, but because that was just no plan. I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah. Snoke? Who's a Snoke guy? Let's just kill him. Snoke is 10 feet tall. No, he's not. He's 6 feet tall in a red throne room that looks almost identical to the Emperor's throne room. Yeah. Gonna rewatch all the sequel trilogy because I've only seen them once. Basically, I saw Force Awakens. I actually bought the Force Awakens when it came out on DVD because I had bought all the others. But Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, both of those I only saw once in the theater, and I was done. So, coming back a few years later, going to get to watch them again. It's going to take me a year to get there. Going to watch them again, and hopefully I'll have a better opinions on the second viewing. That's what I'm hoping for.
Right.
I'm going to have less projector problems.
Jaded?
Yeah, that's possible too.
Jaded.
God, I've seen this before. Jaded. Sorry. Yeah. When I first got to see Rise of Skywalker, it was a Christmas event with a local comic shop that Joe worked at, so I got invited and got to go. And it was really cool because it was only the comic shop employees and family and friends who were in the theater. And it was kind of a special screening, I guess, because the theater had all sorts of problems. The movie started, wrong, and then they got it right, only there's no audio. And then when the real change should have happened, which is weird because I swear this should have been digital, something went wrong. So there was like and then finally the rest of the movie played out, which was still pretty much just wrong. But it was interesting to have all these other additional things going on with trying to watch Rise of Skywalker. I think it helped.
Gave you some purpose for being there.
Yeah. Well, much like Phantom Menace, it was a lot of fun. The first time I got to see that was after waiting in line at the Chinese theater down in LA, right? Mm-hmm. So everyone, they did a stand-a-thon where a bunch of people stood in line for like up to 60 days to see this movie. It was kind of an homage idea to when there literally were people standing in line because the only thing you could do in the 70s to see Star Wars and Jedi, right? So they're gonna go do this. But they got permission from the city to do it, to be there 24 hours a day by turning it into a fundraiser.
Okay.
And also by turning it into a fundraiser that Lucas liked, ended up getting some mild support from Lucasfilm for this event. And they decided to do it at this particular Chinese theater because it was one of the places to premiere all the other films, the first 3 films, right? At this point, this is only Phantom Menace. It wasn't scheduled to be at that theater, but they started so early, nobody knew that. And the theater ended up getting the movie because people were waiting for it. So I got to see The Matrix, because same time frame, at this particular theater. So I got to go see any movie, beforehand. So that was neat. And then Phantom Menace happened with a theater full of fans, and everyone was excited and cheering and in costume, and that was a great way to see it. Of course, everyone groaned in certain areas, but
At least you're amongst people who had a similar opinion.
Yeah, we were amongst people who had similar opinions. But it was cool. Yeah, and then Star Wars stories. Hey, we're making Ghostbusters packs, so let's talk about seeing Star Wars movies in the theaters.
Well, I was dressed as Princess Leia.
Yeah, you were.
Interviewing
the
Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Early 2000s, IMAX theaters start running theatrical movies, right? Up until that point-ish, they'd only done their own movies, which are all documentaries or other shorter films.
IMAX?
Yeah, on IMAX, yeah.
Okay.
So part of the issue was they were all film only, so it was still 70 millimeter film, right?
Yeah.
But 70 millimeter ran sideways, so instead of in a regular theater where 70 millimeter film is 70 millimeters wide by however tall, this was turned sideways and 4x3, So it was 70 millimeters tall by 100 and whatever wide, because it's 3 tall by 4 wide, right? So it was math. And the issue they had, the size of the platter that could hold the film could only hold so many minutes. I don't remember how many it is, like 120, whatever it was, 2 hours, right? That was it, maxed out. You put more film on that, it's going to fall off, and it's going to be a problem. So, if I remember right, Apollo 11 with the astronauts, right? That was the first theatrical film to play, but it just barely fit, so no problem.
Okay.
Attack of the Clones was too long by like 6 minutes or 8 minutes. So they actually had to edit Attack of the Clones down to fit IMAX. So the IMAX engagement was a slightly shorter version, and a lot of what got cut out, not everything, but a lot of what got cut out was a lot of the Padme and Anakin rolling around in the meadows stuff.
Okay.
And to watch that in the theaters, it's like, oh, this flowed better. It was actually, for years, my favorite version, because it just flowed better. I thought it just finally got to rewatch the standard theatrical cut and went, yeah, this is no big deal anyway. I was just being petty when I was younger. But it was it seemed like the IMAX version, which had a really cool poster of a giant Yoda holding a lightsaber standing over a small town, because giant in IMAX. So you have this 70-story tall Yoda.
The thing that IMAX is like, it's just a big theater, but it really does make things magical.
Yeah.
Like, I watched, what was that movie? It was like Oz. It was the new or Oz.
Return to Oz?
No.
Oz Great and Powerful?
Yeah, that one. It was.
You guys will remember.
It was the new one. It was the 3D one.
Right.
And I saw it just as a regular film in the movie theater, because I went with my friend who gets sick from watching it in 3D.
Yeah. No, for sure.
And so I saw the movie and I was like, it wasn't as good as I thought it would be, and I was slightly disappointed. But then I also was going to go see it with James from the costume shop.
Okay.
And so he was like, no, I'm going all out. I want the IMAX 3D experience. And it was like I saw a completely different movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was magical. It was like, I felt like I was going from the steampunk era into the colorful world of Oz. It was amazing. And right there, I was like, okay, this is...
I get it, or you get it at that point.
Yeah, I get it.
It's higher resolution, the bigger screen. It's resolution isn't necessarily the right term to use with film, but realistically it's okay, because film has a grain, and so that grain, when you have a finer grain with a larger image with more grain in it, you can get a sharper image, so on and so forth. And IMAX is my favorite format still. And the majority of the theaters have an insane sound system. And and a lot of them have stadium-style seatings. I know a lot of normal theaters have stadium seating now, but the IMAX was the one that was making it more standard, where you were sitting at a higher angle or a higher elevation for the person in front of you, so you weren't looking around people to see the movie. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, details.
The reason people go to the theaters nowadays.
Right, is to look around people. No.
To people watch.
To people watch. But IMAX still has the problem of don't get the front row.
No, you really.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't add anything to the movie.
I like to be front. I like to be center of the theater, center of the screen.
Yeah.
If I can, if I get to choose where to sit.
Okay, rainbow color. Where does brown go?
Between red and orange.
Okay.
I'm just picking one color out at the moment.
Oh, is that what you want to do? You want to make a rat's nest in one color?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm making a mess. You can do it however you want.
No, that's fine.
I figured I would grab all the greens and then lay them out straight.
Okay.
It's probably a bad idea, but I'm doing it anyways because we're making a mess.
We're making this up as we go and talking about film formats for the most part.
Right. So we could talk about you got dressed up as Mechagodzilla this weekend.
I did. So this last weekend was the Weekend Blender. It is a con that happens inside of different malls in Northern California. I was at the Citrus Heights Mall called Sunrise Mall. That's where this last weekend blender was this past weekend. And the next one's going to be in Tracy. I can't remember the name of the mall right now. Westfield, I think it is.
I was in middle school last time I'd been at the Sunrise Mall. I was trying to think, when was the last time I'd been here? It's so surreal feeling because it's like a dying mall, but it's perfect for a con.
Very dying mall.
Because it just, there's the space for everything. Vendors, who would have thought?
Right.
But I was trying to think of the last time I was there, and it was middle school. I went with a friend and her dad and stepmom, and we went to the mall. And I'm like, that's why,
yeah, that's why I don't go anymore. No.
Yeah.
Dying mall. Got a good wispy smoke coming from the hot glue.
Hot glue's hot.
Hot glue's hot. Spencer's. So the manager of Spencer's and some of the employees, we were really close to the Spencer's front door.
Yeah.
Which got Mechagodzilla set up. And the manager got super excited about Mechagodzilla. Came out and took pictures and talked about it. And the other employees came out. So I went in on Saturday. Can't remember why I went in to talk to him, but I did.
I filmed you doing that.
Well, I went in on Sunday with the costume.
Make a costume.
But I actually... I know. I was trying to figure out what time the mall was going to open up in the morning.
Oh, yeah. You were getting inside information.
Yeah, trying to get inside information. So they were telling me that not only was all their people super excited because the con was here and because...
Something's happening in this mall? There's going to be people walk through here?
But because of the con, Spencer's met their daily quota by 3 p.m. Right? The con the mall closes by 8. So...
Yeah. Honestly, it's like the perfect venue for...
Yeah, it brought more business to the mall, which is one of the things that they were talking about trying to make happen. Hey, these are different colors. Do I have one of yours?
Maybe.
No. Just cool. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's the one I had last week because I got the purples and the greens.
Yeah, there's purple in this one. Which
and there's
most of the ones I have, I don't have purple.
Yeah.
So, okay. Cool. Dan, thank you for the rainbow of colors. There's something else I know we can do that I remember seeing my dad doing, which is clamp some of the wires into the vise, but this will take a little while, and you tug on them sharply, and it can make them really straight.
Yeah, we can straighten them out.
Yeah.
Use a hot iron.
Do that.
Like a hair straightener. Use a curling iron. You can use them on feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And paper.
So it was cool that the mall helped the mall. The con helped the mall.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I forgot its existence. It really did. And I was like, oh yeah. Like I said, haven't been there since middle school. I have a friend who lives over there and we were teenagers and we totally didn't go to that mall. Just because we didn't even think about it.
Right. Now I'm old enough. I didn't necessarily go as a teenager but I would go because there was multiple toy stores and there was a hobby store and there was the theater. So I would go into all those places and look at stuff. And the toy store was the old KB Toys, which was a discount toy chain. Even at that time, it was a discount toy chain. So they often had good purchases on Lego sets and HO Train stuff. And I can remember one of the things of taking advantage of poor minimum wage employees / minimum wage employees that just don't give up. They had just put out more model railroad track, HO scale model railroad track, and they came in bundles that were just zip tied together. Where did you find that?
It got picked up on the cable and it popped up onto the desk and it made me laugh. Sorry.
And because of the time, the idea was individual pieces of track were going to be 33 cents each. So I picked up a bundle and went, all right, walked up to the front. And sure enough, she looked at it, rang me up for 33 cents for the bundle.
So did you go back and get a bunch more bundles?
Yep. I could also remember going down there and getting a whole bunch of, this was the very first Harry Potter movie. And the first Harry Potter sets were coming out. And there was a little Quidditch set that came with Potter and Draco Malfoy. And they were both in their light gray Quidditch uniforms, which I I was looking at as a way of reworking into Star Wars figures, because I was trying to work out a thing with silk screening my own designs onto Lego guys. Didn't work, but I was trying. And so they had these kits for $1. So I bought like 15 of them. I've still got a ton of the school uniforms. I had a whole bunch of Slytherins.
So you can have a whole little school.
Oh yeah.
I have the Hogwarts Lego set.
Oh okay.
Of
One of them, yeah.
Of the school.
Cool.
Of the school, a little one of the school.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I really like that set. It's nice. It was fun to build. And then the cat knocked it over.
You get to build it again.
Again, I know, with less pieces.
Wow, that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'll do that. I've got the new Galaxy Explorer set and rebuilt it over the holidays. And I still have yet to build. So the original classic space set, there was a Galaxy Explorer, a solar. I'll call it Solar Sailor. That's not what it's called, but anyway, there are 3 sets. There was a one-man spaceship. There was the Galaxy Explorer, the solar whatever one, and with the icons, they came out with the big one, the Galaxy.
Sorry.
The Galaxy Explorer version, but then you could download instructions using only pieces from the set to make the other 2 in a modern version. So this is the LL918, LL924, LL928. That's the way I remember them because it's printed on the bricks. LL being Legoland, and then those actually were the original set numbers in the UK or Europe. And I've now built them all, but I have enough sets that I can build them all simultaneously, but I haven't done that yet.
Not one at a time.
Yeah, not one at a time. Well, bought a second set, and then because they were all on
You're losing your
half
cords.
off. So bought a second set, and then went on to Bricklink and bought all the pieces required to be able to build a third one.
So you bought projects before finishing projects.
Oh, yeah.
Which I totally understand.
Like a year ago.
Yes. Future me projects.
Yep.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah. What am I? Let's go do it this way. Orange, blue, green, and a brown bundle.
So, anything happening in chat?
Yes.
We're both like focusing on pulling cables.
We're actually making progress, so therefore no chatting.
Right, therefore we're not paying attention to this. So sorry guys.
Yes. So let's see. The Real Monkey. Hello, Odin and Felicia. Dan does junk. Not all the cables my company uses are the same colors, despite buying the same ones every time.
Nice. I'm sure it's just manufacturer colors, but I'm grateful for the color variants here.
Right? Ben and Lynch is here saying, hey people.
Oh, sweet. Hello, Benin.
And Bruce New says, wave at chat. Hi, everyone.
Hello. Bruce or Bryce?
Bryce.
Bryce. Bryce New.
Bryce New. Oh, did I butcher his name?
It sounds like you said Bruce.
Okay, Bryce New. Bruce. Bryce New. Bruce.
Bryce New. Bryce has been very helpful with getting stuff for this towards these projects.
Yeah. Zelda Hero. Hey, Odin, when are you going to start making videos again?
Last night.
Mariah Woods is waving to everyone.
Hello, Mariah.
Stillborn Gaming says, any advice for crafting a helmet? Don't you have a bunch of videos on helmets?
Got a bunch of videos on helmets. Helmets are compound curves. So I'm immediately thinking Star Wars helmets and thinking Iron Man helmets and things like that. Even medieval helmets. There are a lot of compound curves. So foam. Hey, surprise! I was going to suggest foam. The biggest thing for making a helmet and making it stick together in the way that you want it to is to make some sort of a planisher. I often call it a planishing stake, but it's just a planishing device.
It helps you smoosh it and smoosh it and smoosh it into the right shapes.
So the smooshing, what it's helping with, and Evil Ted's got a video on making one. He'd made his out of half of a plastic Christmas ornament and a wooden dowel. I used a plastic punch ladle from the dollar store. I just cut the handle off. Some of my videos, some of my helmet videos actually has a short animation showing how I did it. But the big benefit of using that particular tool is you can smash a compound curve into your foam, which really helps with gluing the seams together and reducing the stress. When you take two flat pieces of foam, even two triangles, and you want to glue them together into, you know, a slightly rounded cone, you're not only stressing the foam to the seams around the equator of your head, you're then squeezing all the points of the triangles together to the top of the peak, which is adding a whole second level of stress, and all of that can very much make your seams pop open when you don't want them to. So by putting an exaggerated curve into the foam before you start gluing helps a lot. And what's nice is don't stress over getting the curves right. Unlike a piece of metal where you have to have it be the right curve or else you're going to be fighting with it, having any curve, especially if it's too much in the foam, actually just reduces the tension on the seams and makes putting the helmet together easier. So pre-form your foam pieces is the biggest thing I'm going to say.
Pre-foam.
Yeah, pre-form. Did I say
foam.
it right?
No, I just was laughing at pre-form foam.
Pre-form foam. So pre-form your foam pieces before gluing your compound curve helmet together in order to just make it easier on your future self.
Yes, I agree.
All right.
I've separated them by bundles by color into bundles.
Okay.
So if we wanted to get something prepped so that we can start sticking them down on something.
Okay.
Even if it's just tape or a clipboard like Dan said, or, you know, something or other.
Something.
Wolf Rider, hello Odin and Felicia. Was wondering, do you...
Oh, that was better. Yes, Wolf Rider?
Do you all the time favorite Lego set? What is your all-time favorite Lego set is I think what he's asking.
Wow.
I want the Lego flower sets. I'm just saying, because I'm obsessed with those.
I've been obsessed with Lego Space since I got them as a kid. So I've got this lifelong obsession with Lego Classic Space. This is Spaceship! Exactly! No, that guy. Not wrong. Probably Galaxy Explorer, which unfortunately is going to be very common amongst people in my age group. But that was the set. And pretty much, you know, I like a lot of the smaller sets. At this point, I really like the smaller sets. I like what they try to build and put into polybag sets. I like the affordability. So, you know, those, but yeah.
Right. Here's some green.
Okay, there's some green.
Yes.
I love how you're coiling them up all very carefully, set them down, and they go, "Pfft." And as soon as we grab one.
No, I know. Like, it's a chaotic.
It's all good.
It's worse before it's better. Chaotic, good.
It is worse before it's better.
Wait, this one goes here with this one.
I can step over to the bandsaw and cut these down.
I don't think we have to get that intense. We could just do it in 2 little sections and smoosh it. And then we just cut it off when we're done. I'm making up shit. Is that okay?
So we have the beginning done. I guess we're hot gluing as we go. That might work. But if we get the beginning done, by the time we get here, this end's going to come undone. Right? Because we can't clamp and then add one.
Yeah.
So if we hot glue as we go, that should be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll just hot glue as we go. Because we'll kind of get them laid there. We can even tape and hot glue at the same time.
Okay.
I think we'll figure it out. Okay. I'm still separating these bundles.
Okay. Find.
Yes. Robert Kraut. Odin thinking about medieval helmets with a medieval helmet over his head in the background.
Yep.
Yeah, he has a few videos on helmets.
I have a couple.
They have some good information in them. Juan Gutierrez. I can mess anybody's name up. Hey, loved your booth at SAC Anime. My son Max is a big fan. Everyone at your booth were so nice.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for visiting.
Yes, thank you for visiting. Appreciate it. Gonna be at the next SAC Anime in summer. So for sure going to be there in summer. Apparently, a SatCon has gotten big enough to be in the convention center. I haven't tried talking to the big three yet about if they want us there or if they even have the upstairs.
Okay.
SatCon may only be downstairs.
Okay.
So, I don't know, but
we'll see.
We'll see.
But we were invited, right? We're not just showing up uninvited.
That's the thing to make sure of. I don't want to just show up uninvited. I want to make sure that they know that, hey, I can be here. So need to do that. I may just,
Here you go. These ones are ready to be.
Thank you.
Ends lined it up.
Ends lined it up. Okay.
Lined it up. It's a real word, right?
Yep.
I lined it up. I lined it up.
So yeah, the SAC Anime booth is a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. I enjoy the booth neighbors we end up having. Steve Mead and the Droid Builders and the 501st, and we had the popcorn people, Mr. Pops.
They were super nice.
We
let them borrow scissors, and they gave us popcorn.
Nice.
So I think we got the better end of that deal.
I think we did too.
But when you don't have scissors and somebody has scissors, it's the biggest. Like, I would totally give a bag of popcorn for scissors. We didn't charge them a bag of popcorn. They were just being nice.
They were just being nice. And then we had, I can't remember, Sparkle Stash was there over summer. So actually had a cosplayer with a booth, which SAC Anime is
doesn't typically do that.
Doesn't typically do that. No, they're not really.
Why do you?
They've set aside too much, as far as I understand, and this is why it took me a couple of years to get into SAC Anime. They've set aside space for cosplayers too many times only to have them not show up.
Okay.
Or when they do show up, they're then running around and screwing around in the con, so you end up with an empty booth space.
Okay, so it's a waste of space.
So for them, it's a waste of space.
But could they have like a cosplay section where it's like...
They could.
A rotating in and out, like good background photo op kind of... I feel like there's ways to...
There is.
There's ways to make it work.
There's ways to make it work.
There
absolutely is ways to make it work. But
I think this matches this color better, even though it didn't come from the same cable. They're just the same color, so...
That's fine.
They go over there, not with those ones, because they're a different shade of orange. They're different oranges.
Can I have a Clippy?
Yes.
I need an orange Clippy for the orange. No, that's not going to happen. Since I put magenta on blue, I'll put blue on orange, because that makes sense.
Yeah. No, it makes complete sense.
Because that's the one that came out of the bag.
Yeah. Field Walker Mass says, hello from Scotland. Hello in Scotland.
Hello in Scotland. Good evening.
Dan does junk. Hey Felicia, I just noticed that's the dress you made on your live stream. Thank you. Yes, it is.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. It was a one pattern piece dress.
That's what I was going to ask.
That's supposed to make infinite dresses, but it makes like one good dress and two.
One good dress, two seems pretty short of infinite.
Right? There's a million possibilities to do anything wrong.
Yeah, fair enough. You can make a million crappy dresses.
The sizes of infinities are not the same. There are bigger infinities than others, is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Some infinities are more infinite than others.
Okay.
But I have worn this dress out grocery shopping. I wore it to the thrift store. I've worn it out and about. It's comfortable. It's a great 70. I would buy this from the thrift store and wear it like I do.
So. Okay.
But no, I'm not going to waste my time making another one. You know what I mean? Out of this fabric.
Sure.
I'm digging it. It's my thing. But I'm not going to make another one. Because part of me was like, okay, now let me take this dress and do it out of a stretch lace. Well, you know what I mean? Designing it in a million other ways. And then I was like, after I made it, it's like, no, it's right in this fabric and I'm done. I'm done. This green doesn't match the other greens. It's a prettier green, but it's not the same green. So I'm just going to put these two over here.
Okay.
They're ever so slight.
For a brief moment, I thought you were talking about dresses still.
Oh, yeah. No, I totally just jumped topics.
Yeah, that's fine.
But thank you for noticing. If you want to see... Yeah, and I made this whole dress in 2 hours. I spent a whole hour talking about patterns. And just geeking out on patterns. And then the actual making of this dress took me an hour.
Okay.
Or less. It was one seam and then finish the edges. And I think that's what took me the longest.
Literally.
One seam? One it's cut on the fold.
Okay.
So this part, there's no seam in the back. There's no
Okay.
side seam. There's only the front seam, and it goes from waist to knee.
Oh, okay.
And then, so it was really fast and really... But I can also do things really fast. So, sorry, I'm distracted.
You're used to... No, that's fine.
manufacturing wedding gowns. So I'm like, this was super fast.
Making, 8 costume changes in a weekend.
Yeah, no, the one little dress, it took me an hour. Oh, no. Yeah, you understand.
I do.
Yes. Somebody was mentioning how it was weird that Marty McFly and Doc Holliday were friends. And then they were like, well, it actually makes sense if they were, like, co-workers. Imagine these people working at a, like, Best Buy together kind of a thing.
Okay.
And they're like, their co-worker relationship, now it makes sense. And I'm like, yeah, that completely makes sense. Because when you have to work with somebody,
okay,
you get to know, yeah, no, this person's annoying. I don't want to be around them anymore. Or, yes, we're going to get into mischief. Sorry, nobody can hear me down there.
It's all right.
Okay. All right, this green matches that green. These are dark browns, those are light browns.
I'm trying way too hard with this.
You are A-okay. Oh, are you trying to, like...
No, but I was like...
Okay.
I had a thought, and it's like, this is just... There's too much wire for this to happen.
Yeah.
What I really want to do is set up something where we can just drape it all, kind of, and start picking individuals. But I don't think I've got anything set up for that to really work.
It's okay. I think we're gonna... It looks like a worse mess than it is. It really, this is an organized
This is a fairly
chaos.
organized mess. Yes, it is.
Yeah, look it, instantly. So much cleaner, and I have nice neat ends.
Okay.
It's not a pile of chaos anymore. Does your brain happier? Slightly?
Slightly.
But you can see this.
Yeah, no, I can see where it's going. Which is weird, because I'm not exactly the most organized person, but...
Yeah.
Got ghost vibrations.
Visual chaos is stressful.
Yeah. And this is also not working, because the one in the end is always coming loose.
Tape. Masking tape.
Yeah, but that's only going to hold it together until we need to tear it apart to actually put it in rainbow order. That's kind of the thing.
You could take one at a time if you did that.
Yeah.
If it was taped. Okay. All of them are separated by color packets.
Okay.
With like 2 lavenders and 2 light green and golds that are really pretty, which will just get added to my crown because there's only 2.
There's only 2.
And I only have 2 flowers, and that's an even number, and it needs to at least be an odd number.
So you need more flowers, or?
I need one more flower, I know.
Okay.
So I'm stealing one of the purple lavender ones, so I'm just not counting them in our color bundles.
Oh, okay. Well, we're just going to have fewer lavender, but that's not a big deal.
No, we don't have lavender. See? There's only 2. There's only 2. Or should we just use the lavender so we get more colors?
Is there more lavender over here? Because we got 2 different grades of wire over here.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's open one up and see if we get more color.
All right.
I was about to go walk over and dig in the tool chest and see if I can't find that black, but whatever. It's lavender. Who cares? Let it go. You'll never see it once it's wadded up anyway.
And we could skip it if we needed to.
This is not it? So.
Nope, that's the one I've been ripping out. Are these the same type?
No, those are 2 different types.
This one right here.
It's the other one.
Let's see what's in here. We've been skipping a lot of these things. Steve Bourne Gaming. What's the best place to get graphite powder? I don't know. Do you know, Odin?
Graphite powder?
Yes.
Amazon or a hobby shop? You might
Okay.
want to repeat that.
Amazon or a hobby shop is what Odin is recommending. Which makes sense. Duck Boys here saying hello, Nimbloos. Last year we got Lego Batman 1989 sets, and this year we seem to get the Batman the animated series set. So a couple years from now we may get the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freed minifigure sets. Kermit says I'd be cool to see Odin do a better or something from Warhammer 40K. That's what
okay.
WH40.
Oh, what from 40K? A
A
bolter?
Yes. Do a bolter or something.
Bolter. Okay, yeah. Bolter's the main weapon.
Okay. This one has lavender in it.
Okay. So. Yeah, they're called bolters in 40K. They're bolt. It's a bolt gun. The idea is, you get a bolt gun
those
for.
Ones are cool.
Thank you. Bolt gun for Amazon for slaughterhouses, right? So.
Okay.
They call them bolters. That's one of the main weapons. No, it would be cool. There was a point in time when I was talking with somebody else about doing a collaboration for something 40K, and
got distracted.
Yeah, I suddenly had a long sabbatical, which I didn't really necessarily intend to do. So I got some 4-color wire here. So this has got a dark blue, red, green, and black. So we can just cut a couple lengths of this and stick it into our cable.
Yeah.
And then this is slightly thicker, but from what I remember, the one was slightly thicker. But it's not really any thicker than the bundle is. It's thicker than a single wire, but it's not thicker than the twisted pair of solid black. So we'll put some lengths of both of these into ours to break it up a little bit.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sounds like a plan.
Of this. I mean, we could do 2 lengths of this.
Here. For length measuring.
Oh, thank you.
Because that's what I was just using it for. Where I
Oh,
just
this is the
measured
lavender?
Train?
Yes.
Okay.
Train or spaceship? What do you want it to be?
It sounds more like a spaceship than the normal trains.
It had a really good air brake sound go off.
Oh, there you go. Wolf Rider, with seeing the swords in the background, would you ever consider making Voltron sword?
Yes, I was seriously considering making a Voltron sword. I don't have one in the works right now. Dan and I recently were talking about making Voltron stuff, so there's a good possibility on Dan's channel in the next few months you may see a Voltron sword of sorts, slightly inspired from a different medium, get made. And hopefully Dan will actually... do you want just one stripe of this stuff? Yeah, we only want one stripe of this because it's not going to be that
Reference
thick.
image?
Why would we want a reference image?
Reference image?
Well, this is already wrong.
Reference image?
So Voltron Sword is probably going to be coming over on Dan Does Junk's channel. He's the moderator in the chat right now. So, if you're lucky, Dan will actually show you the link to his channel.
Yes. Dan Does Junk say the electrons always walk by with their eyes wide open every time they see all my cables strewn about 200 to 300 cables.
Right. Or electricians.
Cable management.
Cable management. So this one really needs to be straightened because it's been living on a coil since it was made.
Okay.
What is this? This is 16 gauge. This is actually pretty.
I'm gonna grab a couple more pieces of this one because it has the slightly different colors.
Cool.
Ah!
More cables.
Bigger messes. Let's do it.
I really want this to work. We'll get it to work. We're going to force this to work, but I really want this to work. My expectations, my desire is to be happy and excited with this when we're done. How's that?
That's a good goal.
That's a good goal.
It's kind of reaching for it. No,
It's kind of reaching, yes. Especially when stuff drops off the table. I'll go get that in a second.
This one.
Blue.
Zelda Hero says, are you going to make any Zelda props?
Maybe. I've had Zelda props. Here, I'm talking loud as if I'm not, right next to the microphone. Where did the wire go? There it is.
Which one are you looking for?
Well, the one I dropped. That was just, the lavender. I have had Zelda props as a thought, as, hey, here's something I should probably do. On my list for a very long time. And if you go back and look through my channel, you can see that none have happened. So, Master Sword, Hyrule Shield, Sheikah Slate, all those things I've thought about, I've looked at. But
so a definite maybe.
Yeah, definite hardcore maybe.
Tossie. Woohoo! Made it. Welcome, Lewis. Abdul Hadi. Hey, everyone.
Hello, Abdul.
Ad Vixen. Remember, whatever wire you don't use is hair for the robot build. No, it's my flowers.
Hair for the robot build.
Yes. Honestly, I think this would make a fun wig. Could look like Cynthia from Rugrats.
Do you want me to go off on wire wigs? There is actually a set of wigs that a lot of us have seen that were made out of steel wool.
Which ones?
Terminator 2.
Okay, yeah, no, that's how they got the singeing, right?
No, that's how when the Terminator is T-1000. Spoiler! In the end of the film, T-1000 gets dropped into a thing of molten steel. Right? That's how they end up killing it because they dilute it in molten steel. While that's happening and it's glitching out, it starts changing into different forms.
Yeah.
So you have all these actors who suddenly have to, in this giant pool of mucilage or whatever they use to represent liquid steel, have to thrash about and look like this robot that's changing, but their hair can't get wet and fall flat on their heads. So they have steel wool wigs on. So when they thrash around, water flies off the wigs that are in the right style.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool. The more you know.
So that helped. It's not perfect, but that helped.
Steve D, when you finish the Proton Packs next year, what are your plans to build on the live streams?
Thank you, Steve D.
Well, I had a whole nother project planned and canceled.
Yes.
So, don't know.
Don't know. Yeah. Don't ever assume I'm thinking that far ahead.
Right. That's next year's problem. Yeah. Just like whoever has to take out that trash. It's like future person's problem.
That'll be me. At least that one I know, and that might maybe happen today. Probably not. No, it'll probably happen today. I'm going to end up.
One more.
Okay. I'm going to end up. I've got an errand to run, but I'll be coming back later tonight and putting another couple hours in of getting the next video built.
Yay!
Yay! Video's happening. No, really, video's happening.
Off to never edit land.
Right. The editing, thankfully for me, what
you are an Emmy-nominated, award-winning editor, so
there is that. So I'm a bit better at. Once I get to the process of editing, I'm good. It's writing my script. And you keep telling me Chat GPT, but I keep thinking that. But there's a way that I want to do it, and the way that I want to talk about how I did it, and I don't think I can let AI do that.
Just tell him to use Odin Abbott's voice. Speak as if you are Odin Abbott.
So.
No, I get it. I can appreciate.
So yeah, I just need to sit down and do it. And what's interesting is some of those are 2 years old, or just about, right? No, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I guess it's only a year and a half because the Clue pieces were October of 22, so that's just over a year and a half. Frog Bomb was summer of 22, so.
Time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Yeah. Fun. Yeah.
Oh, you have them. Okay, I was looking for those.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Here, I'll take one of the needle nose. I just need something to hold on to.
Yeah. This is the only thing that actually holds that like nylon slippery string.
Oh, okay.
That I'm pulling at.
I just got one end of the. Everyone can see the black wire, right? I just got one end in the vise, and I'm just yanking on it with the pliers, and it mostly helps straighten it, but this stuff is still.
Did you add heat?
I have not added heat. I don't think I'm gonna.
Okay, you don't have to.
Not a bad plan. All right, she gave me a phone a little while ago for reference images, so we have some variation wires. We have lots of wires that say reference images, because I think some of them, although I don't want to bother, I think even some of the braided lines were braided, but that's not going to happen.
Let's look at pictures and then we'll talk about it.
It's not going to happen.
You're not good at braiding?
I'm fine at braiding. I just, I mean, I'm fine at one side of braiding anyway. But I'm, yeah. There we are. Proton Pack. Oh, that was his mold.
These strings.
There it is.
Eonolith's here saying, "Hi, Felicia and Odin. Hope your week have been good. Will you be doing another live stream on Tuesday, Felicia?" Yes, I plan on it. I've been trying to, this year, be good about going live on Tuesdays on my channel, Behind the Scenes Fashions. You want to check it out. I've just been going live while I'm working on my projects. So.
Good plan.
Right?
Yeah.
I made this dress in the last live stream. It took me 2 hours.
There we are. Definitely a good plan. It was Bill Duran, I think, was the person who said to Evil Ted that never not shoot your projects. You know, basically that there are no more projects just for me. I mean, you can do that, but then you've wasted an opportunity for putting out of it. Yeah.
I did make a pattern block set for my mom this weekend, so I felt very accomplished, but I did not film that. But I was thinking, if I get to a point where I'm actually monetized on my channel, that'd probably be my celebratory gift. I would, like, a random subscriber, I would make a custom pattern block set for them.
Oh, okay.
Because I can do that in 45 minutes if you give me the right numbers.
That's the button I'm looking for.
But yeah, no, I was like, oh, I'm totally wasting this, but this is not something I'm going to film. I'm just going to do it in my PJs and get it done.
Well, no one would be upset if you did a video in your PJs. So, alrighty. So I've got this. Never worked before, so it's probably not going to work now.
Camera 3.
Yeah. Just like.
Yeah, it does nothing.
There it is. That's what we need. No, it's all totally blown out.
So it's rainbow order, and it's like stripes to solid. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, kinda. This is Bill Murray's Ghostbusters 2 pack, and yeah, it's just braided. And with what I'm seeing here, if you want to cut away, because it's really not worth showing the camera very well, I don't see any of these that are
solids
braided between themselves. They are individual braids. There's times that it looks like the braids go in opposite direction. Again, not a detail I'm worried about, but I'm not seeing any braided pairs who are then additionally braided.
Okay.
That's what I'm not seeing. And I do still like the idea of adding in these other oddball ones, more like the Ghostbusters 1 packs, which is more like what the guy had at the con. But where's his pictures at? Where are my? It's all the pictures of me as Mechagodzilla because I wore it at the con. We did a conga line, walked around the whole con, did a droid walk. It was a lot of fun.
That footage is...
Good old Steve Mead forcing me into wearing the costume.
Oh, dang.
Yep. And you know what? I've enjoyed it every damn time. So thank you, Steve. You're not watching. Actually, he has watched before. I shouldn't say that. That's rude. There we are.
That is rude. How rude.
So here's the one from the guys pack.
Yeah.
And one of the main things I'm seeing, which you probably can't see on the phone, on camera 3,
okay,
is down here at the bottom, there's this metal clip. And on the Ghostbusters pack, there are errant cuts. There are points where someone came along with a jigsaw, was what it looks like to me, making this aluminum clip, and they overcut the curve, so it's chunky, whereas this one's perfect. That's the difference between fan-made and what's actually on screen, right?
So fan-made's perfect? No.
Yeah, so the fan-made is perfect, and on screen it's just kind of, and here we go. Yeah, here's the guy's pack where he's got the other colors, but it's grungy. This is, right? Or, no, that's a HasLab pack, I think. I don't know. Looks like the only picture I took. So basically, that's what we're going after is pretty much that.
I think we could do that with this. I don't think we need the solids.
I'm going to put them in.
You want the solids?
I want the solids.
You want the solids?
I want the solids because on the HasLab and with there's some weird solids in there.
That one's the one that they made a black and thing because it was the wrong cable, and that's
Yeah.
the one you like the best.
Well, I've seen the ones. Even the guys at the con were showing me the replica ones. There's even gaps between some of the cables. So there's a very much a black and red cable with millimeters of blank space of just laminate, and then more braided cable. So you've got this little thing of braided, these other straights, and then little things of braided, and then another straight. And so I kind of want to do that because
I'm down. I'm all for the devil's in the details, and I'm down for it. Let's do it.
Oh, good.
I am down. I'm making a big mess.
We're going to make one cable, and I want to do it the hardest way I can.
Even though we have 2 packs.
Yeah, even though we're making 2 cables.
Okay, let's see.
So the big question becomes, and I think I'm really letting you do this, how do you want to do your rainbow order?
Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow.
You got
green,
better robotics than I do.
Yeah. So, working at the bridal salon.
Okay.
Everything's white. 50 shades of white, cream, natural, nude, and white, and off-white, and ivory, and white.
Okay, yeah.
So, in order to, organize at a glance, clipboards, rainbow order.
Ah, right.
I can see them in the clear buckets across the room. I know my order of which dresses I'm working on and what phases they're on. Because red, orange, yellow, green, blue, they're in rainbow order. They're in my thing. I can see across the room and know exactly which dress it is and which one I'm going to be working on.
So Shock Realm working at a facility that builds parts for trains, and I think they've been doing something similar with rainbow order stuff.
Yeah, it's a visual. It's not an alphabetical order.
No.
It is a color order, but it is a visual order that you can communicate.
You can communicate.
And the thing is people don't always notice that it's rainbow order. I work for the Sacramento County Office of Education, California High School Proficiency Exam Office. That's not a mouthful. But I had to put together a presentation.
Part of passing the test is properly saying its name.
Right. I had to put together a presentation for this big thing they were having. It was a huge school-wide, and I needed to make a couple hundred copies of a bunch of different documents, and they needed to be in a specific order. So I just put them in rainbow orders in the pastels, rainbow order in brights, rainbow order in darks. So each section was in
rainbow order, and then you could tell which belonged to which set.
Exactly, and they moved down. And the guy, after the presentation, because they just gave me free range to make them whatever color I wanted, because there was just so many documents, just make them different colors so we can say, pull up the red one. You know what I mean?
Pull the dark red one, okay.
Yeah. So after he had to present his presentation, he's like, thank you, you made me look so good and so organized. And he didn't know. It just didn't register to him that they were even in rainbow order. It just made sense.
Okay, I'll get this one next. Nice.
Yeah, so it's been that I organized my closet and a lot of the studio stuff and things like that. It's just rainbow.
Okay.
First, and then we go from there.
Nice.
This goes in this pack.
Oh, okay.
These were the extra cables that
You just did.
And these ones are the same colors as those ones.
Okay.
These 3 are all separate of their own colors.
Now I'm understanding. She's handing them to me. Here, you deal with this.
Well, I can put this pile down.
It's totally fine.
Go team. Didn't realize it was. But yeah. Louis Cossey, have you guys decided what you're going to do for the white or Ghostbusters khaki pistol belt?
Nope. Those are future Felicia problems. No.
Pretty much.
That is a surplus item, and while a lot of them have been bought, and I'm sure the surplus supply is dwindling massively, the 2 options for me feels like buy a surplus belt, probably my preferred method.
I wonder if that guy's still there. Do you know who I'm talking about over on Del Paso?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, who were you talking about?
Yeah, no, that would be the right guy to go to, the military. So
there's 3 military surplus places.
In Sacramento.
Right
now, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's him.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's still there because he is a pile of stuff in the shop.
It is my favorite one because he is the cheap one because he is a hole in the wall that just needs help. He needs some help.
And he's just...
But I love it.
what he's always done, he's retired, I guess, and this is his thing, and yeah, he's great because he'll let you dig and let you help reorganize stuff a little bit, and he found me a pair of true military U.S.-made surplus jungle boots.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that fit me.
I know, I would get the boots from him all the time. Yeah. He had the best boots, and they were so cheap. $10.
Right, it was cheap. Well,
back in the day.
Yeah,
but I
still,
have little
cheap.
feet.
No, he would be absolutely the first place for me to go to.
Okay.
One that's organized
exists.
and
I haven't
easy.
been there yet.
Yeah.
Since the panorama. It's been, how many years now? 4?
Well, the one on Auburn Army Navy or whatever they're
that's
called
the
now,
other
they're
one.
still there. They're highly organized with tags.
Yeah.
That'd be a great one to go to find and to possibly find replica reissues. Otherwise, I would get or look at possibly getting, and this is a little more work, a karate belt. That's the right color. And they just put eyelets in it.
You do have an eyelet press.
I do have an eyelet press now. Thank you, Jerry.
I do not have an eyelet press, so that I went, hell no,
exactly.
Because that's going to be a pain in the ass. But you have an eyelet, and it's just a smoosh and a smoosh and a smoosh.
Yeah,
and that would be super easy.
And I've also got soldering iron.
Handing you those, so
soldering irons I don't care about that can be used to put the holes in.
Melt. This one goes with that.
Oh, these are green and gold.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So, I thought I saw something in chat. I don't see very well, but...
Ralph Mort says, good day, Odin Makes and Felicia and chat. That's where you're tagged in it.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's probably what it is.
Louis Cossey, 2 versions of Cable. What Odin described in 1984 movie. The other version of Ribbon Cables is Ghostbusters 2.
Right.
So.
Appreciate.
Thank you.
Thank you to you guys. I'm learning that. I want to do a mashup of the two, basically.
Yeah, I want it to be a general pack.
Yes.
Although I do want the cut with the gaff tape, just because we talked to Ben Eady and now we know that stupid detail, and I want to add it out of pettiness.
Yeah,
you know what
but
I mean?
that's from the Neutrona one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got these 4.
Okay.
Is there only 4?
Yeah, there's only 4 of those.
So
ones.
2 and 2. Oh no, wait, there's 5.
Ooh, I'm telling.
Okay, well, 1 gets 3, 1 gets 2. Done. All right, next.
In the pictures, does it start at the red? Do we even have a red?
No, we don't even have a red.
We don't even have a red.
And yes, it starts with red.
Red, orange,
in this picture,
yellow.
red, orange, yellow, green, blue, whatever.
So should we pretend this is our red?
Yep, sure, why not? Yes,
okay.
We're starting with brown. No, that's fine, I don't care. I mean, I do care. I appreciate that
there's
effort
a difference
is being put into this,
but close enough.
Yeah, but close enough.
5 second, 5 feet rule. These ones, adding those. Sorry, I'm making a mess.
No, it's fine. This is one of those things that, you know, we start doing this and it'll either all of a sudden come together or, you know what, maybe I need popsicle sticks and we can glue a popsicle stick down with one batch.
And then it'll be a reference point?
It'll be a reference point we can actually clamp to these sticks.
Okay,
yeah.
Works for me.
Maybe. I'm overthinking it. I'm really good at way overthinking it.
Of course, that's what we do.
That's what we do.
It is exactly what we do.
So
we think about it, and then we talk about it, and then we do it a completely different way.
Squid! Nearsighted Odin. Looks like there's only a single digit on the digital clock of the computer.
What are we looking at?
What time is it?
Oh, it's 1:03.
It is 1 o'clock. So I don't have any viewer mail. So I've set up a P.O. box for anybody who's currently watching and may want to send something in that we open up live on
I think somebody
stream.
said that they sent you something, and if you had gotten it earlier
in
the
really?
chat. Hold on, let me see.
Okay. No. And hopefully, if you're sending it to my new 4-digit P.O. box number. 3152. So it's P.O. Box 3152, Orangevale, California 95662. That's the P.O. Box you want to send anything to.
Yeah. Louis Cossey, I sent you a package. UPS said you would get it last Monday. Did you?
Oh, wow. No. And I've been... Lewis, do you remember which P.O. box you sent it to? If it's got 3 digits, that's my old P.O. box number. Joe Grasso still has access to it, which means I will get it next time I see Joe or Ellis, which doesn't happen that often. Or if you sent it to 3152, I didn't see it.
Okay.
So the 4-digit one, but bummer. I'll have to go and look. So I haven't seen anything yet. Coming back around to that, but I did bring in a continuation of something that we showed last time we were doing a live stream.
Okay, what was that?
Remember I had the battle droid head?
Yes.
Yes. A little more has been done. He's not finished. So now
Big
I've got
arms and little legs.
Now I got a battle droid that's standing in water. And one of the things that I was One of the things I was trying to do with this guy, which the Lego set doesn't do, is actually give him elbow joints. And
now he's a dangerous machine.
Now he's a dangerous
machine. Going to take over the world.
Independent leg movement with the intention. This one doesn't have it, but with the intention of having. I've reworked the files yet again of giving him knees. One of the things I realized was I had totally redid the arms in Tinkercad.
Okay.
And the arm, hey, look, Jetta 3 is
Camera
actually
3?
really probably pretty darn good. And so the arm it's just a binding post. These are the same types of posts that Joe and I use on the Gundam. But this one is from IKEA, so it's a little too long and a kind of a funky metric size. So what I want to do now is rework the file to use Hillman brand adapters, so the arm I can get the right size binding post without having to modify it with a rotary tool. But yeah.
Yay! Fun projects.
Fun projects. Here's the good. This is the one that Beniti 3D printed. So, yay, that works. But anyway, it's fun. I'm actually really enjoying seeing this guy come together. My participation level has been, rework the pieces to try and get it to be Odin scale. And I realized all sorts of problems with just blowing up the one. I found the 400% battle droid on Thingiverse, or whichever one it was. And that's the model they used to blow them up bigger to be the Odin scale Lego. But what I found out, and Beniti, and I was using it too, the post on his back, the original artist, anyway, what he did, it didn't scale up to what I want, and so the two don't go together.
So it's not in scale.
That one kind of works, but it's not to my scale. I'm not going to badmouth the artist because he may be exactly right to Lego, because I'm not. I tried, but I'm not. So
you are to the PVC pipe that you used for your base.
Pretty much, I decided it'll be 42 millimeter, and I kind of went from there.
Yeah.
So I've reworked the next battle droid to be a little better. He's a little loose, but my intention was to putty him up and smooth him down and everything else. And at this point, that might still happen to this guy, but it may not. We may just get his legs gluing together, and he might just be, that's what he is, and start printing a whole nother one. Version 2! So I know I shared these files with Dan. So Dan, if you haven't started printing, don't. And those of you who are on Discord, where I did share his blaster file that I made, because I totally redid within Tinkercad the blaster that normally comes with the battle droid. That should still be okay. I haven't printed one yet, but that one should still be okay. I'm glad I didn't share these because it doesn't work. So I've reworked, at this point, literally every piece of the original file. So the clips either have, he just falls over. The original file didn't have this rounded edge on the edge of the clips. They were all completely square. I made sure to put those in. I reworked the inner pieces to be the diameter that I wanted, and then I've also added to make the outer pieces be a little with just this really silly nitpicky stuff that I enjoy.
It all has to fit within the scale.
Yeah, it all has to fit the way I want it to fit, because I want it to fit.
If it doesn't click together, something's wrong.
Right. So working on it.
Yes.
But anyway. Yeah, that was the. Well, it's technically the wrong way, but I really don't care. There.
Ad Vixen says, I still say you should have an intro video for these videos, but it's Professor Odin doing a Twilight Zone reference.
A lot of these, yes, Professor Odin, the Twilight Zone. The biggest issue not having an intro video, Ad Vixen, is my current setup. I'm using the Blackmagic Mini ATEM. It's a mini Blackmagic switcher for doing the encoding, for doing the camera switching, for mixing in the audio. That machine can run media clips if I buy Blackmagic's media server to do it, and I don't have $6,000 to blow on a media server so I can have a clip happen. So it's either that or I'm bringing in a laptop and running a video off a laptop. And the last time we tried doing that, something funky happened. So
modern problems.
Yeah. Are there other ways to do it? Sure, I could use a fantastic free program called OBS, but I went with the hardware option because I'm a hardware kind of guy. But anyway, the fun part about this project and why he's stopped at the knees, Shop Gremlin had gotten a little mini print farm set up and running, right? Mm-hmm. So there was the mini Prusa, the workhorse.
Why is it sticky?
Because the epoxy never quite fully set up.
Okay.
Sorry.
Why is it sticky? No, it's just,
okay.
I'm like, before I put my hand in the...
Yeah, I won't be using epoxy anymore. He's all printed in PTEG, and Steve Mean, R2SC, and Chris, who does the NorCal Shopper, both told me that Red Hot PVC glue, so is the brand name that Chris uses, but basically PVC pipe cement will glue PTEG. So I guess.
So you have a better gluing option.
So I have a better gluing option than the epoxy, which I'll be using in the future.
Yay! People understanding your problems and having real solutions for them.
Yeah. Print issues, print farm. So we've got 3 machines running: a mini Prusa, these Elegoo Neptune 3, and the Mingda Magician Pro, which is like a 400 millimeter cubic build volume. All these machines were running for almost 3 weeks straight, right? Everything was going pretty good. He's rough, but he's coming off the Elegoo, and that was a stock machine, so not a huge shock. Literally last week, all 3 of those machines took a shit. All of them! Don't really know why, and the big shock is that the Prusa did, because the Prusa has been such a reliable workhorse. Now, it's Weather changed. Humidity changed. With the Prusa, what's been happening is the supports have come loose from the base. Shop Gremlins are trying to use organic supports because it uses less filament, but of course if it fails, it's going to use more filament. And the issue is just keeping the size of what we want to print on the mini Prusa build volume. So that's it. Otherwise the machine's been good, right? It's just been that. The Elegoo, I keep calling it, Elegoo, that's right, Elegoo Neptune, I'm saying that right? The Elegoo did the most interesting thing I have seen for a printer to fail yet. Set the thing up to print, went to the con. Came back after the con to the print farm. It quite literally took a shit. This is a near solid hunk of PTEG. This is 100 grams or so of you kind of got some. It started printing, and then as it kept moving around, it would collect the spaghetti and remelt it into this
conglomeration.
Yeah, this I've never seen this. Shop Gremlin has never seen this. It was just amazed it went to this level of remelting into a glob. But so the Neptune, seriously, and I'm not sure if it's had a successful print since this, so it's recovered from this, but haven't tried to make it do anything since. And the Mingda, after again 3 weeks of being a nice workhorse, it did a really good job of all these giant size prints, because we're printing a giant size Emmy for the Emmys, and it was on day like 20 of a 54-day print cycle. Thankfully, not one print. This is just a series of prints that was going to take 54 days total. And the filament advancer is what it sounds like is the problem. I don't know. I kind of know, but I don't know. So I could be wrong. But anyway, something in it is no longer advancing the filament, and it's like skipping, and it's being stupid. So I don't know if the gears wore out. I don't know if something inside got moved wrong. I don't know if it just decided it was done. But thankfully, when Mingda sent us the Magician Pro to review, they also sent us another printer that has the same head. So
nice.
we're just going to open up the other one and swap the head. But so we can keep going with, I hope, with printing. But yeah, so 3D printing problems.
Right? You think it's going to be easy, but then you spend the whole time dealing with technical issues.
Yep.
Okay, so this is our quote-unquote red. I think we should do 2 cables
I swear
at a
there's something
time.
else I was supposed to say about this, but I'm forgetting now. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just going in
Oh, yeah, no, please.
because you were gluing down the popsicle sticks, and then we were going to go down the popsicle sticks, and I would give you the.
Well, I was going to glue to the wood and then put popsicle sticks over it.
Yeah.
So we could clamp and have something to clamp. That was kind of the thought.
Okay. Well,
Sorry if I didn't
no,
explain
you're
that very
fine.
well.
I'm just saying we have these all separated, and if we do 2 of each color in rainbow order, get those laid out, see how wide it is, and then repeat it until we get it the width we want.
Gotcha. So the other thing that I'm remembering now, because I've got it in my hand, I don't think this is hollow.
It looks solid.
Yeah. It seems pretty solid. What we haven't done is actually drop it into water to see if
See if
it's
it
buoyant.
floats. It's
Yeah.
his baby.
It's okay.
It's his. It looks like a little baby roly-poly. It is pretty darn solid, too.
It is pretty solid, yeah. Oh, actually, I can hang it from the shelf, huh? We actually took this guy as a work in progress to the con, and he literally hung on the grid wall. I'll just stand in front of him.
That's okay. I didn't notice you hung a pack up, and
Right.
I was like, where's the other pack?
The other Proton Pack's back there,
Yeah,
safe.
who would think that it's like away? On display.
On display, put away. Now, I also know that, I'm jumping ahead, Chris, Lost Wax Oz, gave us a foam pattern piece for that aluminum clip that the wires go to.
Uh-huh.
I've got strip aluminum. I'd rather just cut some
Out of real
Yeah.
aluminum. Num,
Yeah.
num.
Aluminum, num, num, num. We need 2. Right.
Aluminum. Num.
Do. Aluminum. Do. Anyway,
That's what I think of when I hear the word aluminum.
that's fine.
Unless you're in the UK, then it's Wait.
Aluminium,
Yeah.
which is actually the right way to say it, because guess who invented aluminum? Wasn't the Americans. But you know, we can't.
We turned it into
can't
foil.
speak English,
No.
so
We foiled their plan.
yeah.
Aluminium.
Aluminum. Yep.
Sorry. Yes, let's do it out of aluminum.
Off to Never Edit Land.
I have earworms. I can't.
I get it.
They're spreading. Here you go.
Oh, I get it.
First two.
First 2.
If we just tack them down in there.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna do it's pairs of color.
Yeah.
Or that's just what you want to do.
It's pairs of color in rainbow order. See how thick it is.
Okay.
And then we'll see if we need to do another set, because that's kind of what it is a rainbow order in pairs.
Really, to let this thing sit so long, it's not gonna behave now. There
It could
is.
have gotten so hot that it melted at the top of the extruder, so it's not.
Right.
Yeah, I can't leave those just hot
Yeah, I can.
without having consequences. Yeah, it's because you're melted here. See, it's melted.
Oh.
It's not lining up with the
It's not lining
extruder
up with these. Oh, okay.
because it got too hot at this part. There you go.
Next.
We have to do the 2 at the same time, so we're doing the first two.
Oh, okay.
If we're doing matching cables, so that I don't have to keep one.
Okay.
But we got wiggle room.
We do. It's just hot glue.
All right, and then
I would say Ryobi sent me a bunch. No, actually, I bought it.
Yeah, I have all the black hot glue they gave. That stuff I've been using like crazy. It's
Good.
the best.
And those are full size sticks?
No, they're the thicker ones for the big,
okay.
but they're short sticks.
Right.
But a whole bunch of them, so I'm not complaining.
That's good.
I definitely appreciate.
Yeah.
They discontinued the minis.
Yeah, they discontinued the minis in black or whatever.
The minis are the best, but also
Yeah.
you could get them at the dollar store, and you can get glitter ones.
Okay.
And all sorts of colors and weird stuff.
Well, I know that Ryobi's trying to make glitter sticks too.
Oh, cool. I definitely appreciate crazy hot glue
Oh yeah.
in all the different colors, and you can get like the different types. Like the fabric hot glue is the worst for fabric, but it's the best for patching up plastic.
This is going to get too heavy to sit the way I've got it. I'm going to need to
Clamp it.
clamp it. So there is a
Tape it.
bar clamp behind you.
Yes.
Clamped
the
to
one
the
that
table, the one I use for focus.
There you go. Here, focus.
Yeah, my focus. So I will focus. What does that mean, Odin? Yeah, focus. I'll clamp this vertically to the table, which I'm not going to do right now because I actually need this to clamp this way. And then next to the paper towels in front of Felicia, I have a focus assist card.
Oh yeah, where I got that.
Yeah, where you got that from. And so I'll plant this on top of my clamp sitting vertically at the table, which puts the focal point right here. So this pattern with all the radial points come to a center point, this really helps with focus. And it's what I use also for trying to focus the other cameras. And this is what I mean by when it goes out of focus, you start to get kind of a rosette thing in the middle. And when it's in focus, just somewhere in here. Problem is, I'm nearsighted, so my eyes are out of focus. All the points become sharp. So, it's $5 on Amazon, totally worth it.
Just throw it on the ground.
Yeah. Crawl around the table in front of your feet if you really want.
You fine.
Okay,
Okay. I'm throwing things too.
that's fine. I'll pick it up in a minute. It's not the first time it's dropped on the floor.
All right.
So yeah, for all my camera friends, goofy things I bought on Amazon. Oh, the other thing I bought, it's around here. Did I just see it?
Louis Cossey says he used what was on the last stream's address, as far as addresses go.
Oh, okay, so it should be the right one. I just haven't seen it yet. When packages arrive to my post office, it can take them a couple extra days to process it and actually get it to the box. Here is another gold.
Here you go.
Okay.
The next orange, yellow.
Oh, it's a different type of orange.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a different shade. We moved
on.
We've moved forward.
Keep up, Odin.
No, it's okay. This is a chaotic mess, but it all makes sense to me.
That's fine. I'm letting you. I appreciate.
Okay. Red Sharpie, done.
Red Sharpie, done.
Okay.
So it can take them a couple extra days. Like I found out, I can have FedEx, UPS, and Amazon delivered in my post office box. I just use the street address of my post office and then give it my P.O. box number. So there's a physical street address because that's what those guys need. And then I'm unit number my P.O. box, and boxes will show up there, which is kind of cool. So I appreciate that knowledge. And I don't know if that's, I imagine that's true for all post offices, but, you know, I've only tried it at one.
Orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet. The thing is, do I want to do this light tan in there?
Anywhere you want it to go. Yeah, anywhere you want it to be.
Okay.
Do you want to put the light tan in between some of the other colors?
No, it needs to go in rainbow order, so it would go now, I think.
Okay.
I'm committed.
It's great. No complaints. Zero. Nada. None. Do not upset.
Okay.
I imagine we're going to have at least 3 sets of rainbow. So as soon as we finish one set of rainbow, I'll put in the solid black, And then as soon as we finish the second set of rainbow, I'll put in the quad cable. How's that?
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you.
I'm down. So here, there's two different types of brown. There's a brown with a yellow mixed in it, and then there's a brown with the white. I'm going with the brown with the yellow just because.
Okay.
Moss color. It's just very subtle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just the color that they used on the brown got off onto the white and made it discolored ever so slightly. Because the yellow and white is striped.
Okay. Sorry, I was playing around with
You're fine.
detail that the in order to get there's a
To get the braiding pattern, you have to line up the loops.
it actually has to be braided the other direction. Like these are twisted in a particular direction.
Yeah.
And
they need to be twisting.
They need to be twisting, yeah, the other direction. I can't even just reverse the cable and cheat it, which I was hoping I could do, or offset them, and both of those aren't working because the spirals are just going the same way. So okay,
Pop it off at the other end and just.
that's what I was hoping, but that didn't work. The spirals are say they're both clockwise, so they're still turning clockwise. So whatever, doesn't matter.
Keeps them neater.
Okay. That's fine.
Yellow, Roy G. Bid. Green. Let's do this green. Let's do the pretty green and gold.
I feel like.
What do you need?
I should do this at both ends while we're doing it, because otherwise we're going to end up with two. Then we're going to have to untangle.
I think it's fine.
All right.
We'll just brush it.
All right.
We're dealing with all these crazy ends as it is. Start at the ends, Odin, and then work your way up.
It's been a long time since I had long hair.
Otherwise, your current hurts unnecessarily. Here you go.
Yes, and you just break and tear your hair.
First green. There's 3 sets of green.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the green gold. So are you waiting on me at this point?
No, I'm reading.
Oh, good.
Dan Does Junk says, I like hearing these different colors that should not be in either a Cat 5 or Cat 6 cables. Just manufacturing issues. I've had one where the brown and the orange looked exactly the same.
Yep. Yep. I haven't done a whole lot with making my own Ethernet cables, but yeah, ran into that. Thankfully, for the most part, I've got all the same cable in the shop right now that I've been reusing for years. It was left over when the guys installed the new HVAC in the building. So it's all the same, like, cheapest one you can get off Amazon. Whatever. It's not carrying data. It's just, controlling the temperature in the room.
Just controls the weather.
It just controls the weather.
Groot Grueson says, hello there, Odin and Felicia. It's been a while since I visited your lives.
Yes.
Welcome,
hey, Groot.
Gruesome. What are we building today?
We are building the ribbon cables that go onto the Proton Packs. And so we have undone a whole bunch of meter-long cuts of different types of Cat 5 and Cat 6 cables because the different manufacturers have different colors in them. And then I've also cut up some quad cable for LED lighting and some 16-gauge braided cable for automotive. So we're going to work all this in to try and make our own cables. The ultimate plan is to hot glue the ends of the cables to 2 different sticks and get them all straight and fairly happy, as much as they can be, right? And then cover them with packing tape. We'll just laminate them with packing tape, which sounds like such a cop-out at the end, but honestly, it
seems like
it should work.
A valid.
Yeah.
Seems valid. It really does. It seems like it should work. And if it doesn't, it'll be funny to watch us fail.
Yeah,
and we'll figure it out some other way. Yes.
Well, I know another method we could do is exactly this still, and then pour a
resin or
a flexible urethane over them, a clear, and just encapsulate them, and that would totally work. But that's
sounds messy, but it sounds
yeah.
fun. Miss Grizzle would approve.
Yes. Have some of that. I've got some Epsilon or whatever it is. It's the stuff that we tried to put on the Emmy. And actually I've got a piece of it. And I think I've got the stuff too. Which is this one? It should still work, right?
Hi, Austin Lips. Hi, Odin and Felicia. How's your day going today? Hope you have a good day. It's going well. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you have the next green ones already. Green, red, orange, yellow, blue, green. Red, orange, yellow, blue, green. We should have done blue
Sorry,
first.
that took a minute.
It's
You
okay.
want to pull the greens off? We're only a couple in.
Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet. You guys, like, this could be the indigo violet.
Blue, green, right? Right now we're green. You want to go green, orange, green, blue, or orange, blue, green?
You know what? I'm doubting myself, so I have a Google.
That's fine. So, making the Emmy used this product, which I know is still in its box, but this is the Epsilon, right? So, this is a flexible urethane coating that we could totally, basically make a trough and pour and encapsulate the wires. And I've got it, which is nice. But,
We're fine. It works.
It's good.
Okay.
But the other option is also Uracoat, this is a sample pack that Smoothline actually gave me a little while ago. I believe Uracoat is specifically made for coating EVA foam, if I remember right. This is why he gave it to me.
Okay.
And same thing, it's a clear coating, and we could do this on a couple pieces of wood, lay it down on something clean, like something smooth and clean, like maybe a piece of acrylic, and then pour this over it.
Yeah, let's try the tape first, and
Yeah,
then
let's try
we'll
the
go for
tape
the
first.
crazy stuff. Yes, it goes green and then blue. I
Okay.
don't know. I just started to doubt myself because we're live and the internet's watching. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
those are two different ideas on how to do it, and I have no idea how these the guys who make the replica cables, how they do it, because this seems pretty labor intensive. But yeah,
it's like making friendship bracelets.
right. We're also figuring it out. You do something like this, and you want to make 20 or 30 of them, and not 2. You figure out a process.
Yeah. Scaling up. Sorry.
It's okay.
Just keep stabbing you with all the little.
That's fine. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing on the table. It might be...
Camera
yeah, it's kind of
4?
on camera 4 a little bit. Hello, camera 4. So all I have here is a piece of wood, right, that I got clamped to the table. Sorry, I'm way off in the corner. So she just handed me a pair of blue wires, and I'm going to hot glue over here. This is one of those, if I invested heavily into the black magic things, then within my switcher and having a camera person, they could operate the black magic camera and actually zoom in and pan over to this all remotely. But
We ain't that fancy.
no, I ain't that fancy. I don't have the camera,
We
and
just
I don't have the
live,
people.
troubleshooting this as we go, making messes, having fun,
But just looking at it mashed up here, of course I'm a lot closer than you are, sorry.
okay.
This is working.
Yeah. And then instead of clamping them, I've just been twisting them in little loops. And
Oh, that's fine. And I'm very much in favor of just putting more hot glue on these and really mashing it down.
You smoosh it and you smoosh it,
Yeah.
and then you smoosh
Then
it.
you smoosh it. And I think this is
Yeah.
totally a smooshing process.
I wonder if some hardcore Ghostbusters cosplayers actually make some of these cables work.
Yes.
From Danda's junk.
Oh, make these cables like
yeah,
what
like
we're
actually
doing?
make them do something. I highly doubt
Oh, so yeah, I don't know.
Drew,
I think-
Bruce, what?
Yeah. I would think it'd be a lot easier to wire everything up on the inside. You wanna-
Right?
Might want to cut us back
Or
over
hide.
to,
Yes.
yeah. Our beautiful faces!
Yes. Groot Grusin says, Felicia, you did the Star Wars Leia Endor battle cape, if I'm not mistaken. Did you do the
Yes.
helmet too? Yes,
Yes.
that was a collaborative effort between me, Odin, and Rebel Base Builds.
Correct.
Rebel Base Builds. I love saying his name.
Oh yeah, Rebel Base Builds, RBB,
Rebel
James. I'm actually still a patron member of him.
Yeah,
of
James
his.
from Rebel Base Builds. He 3D. He gave us the file to 3D print the ear cups.
Yep. And an vent in the back, and I think he made the watch.
Yeah, and you made the foam ring.
Right, which he actually 3D, he modeled originally and then gave me the model to be able to pattern the foam off of.
Yeah. And then I did the fabric part with all the pleating and tucks on the top.
Now we saw the patterns for that. We haven't moved on and done much more from that.
No, we haven't. We just kind of put it on the interwebs and let it be.
Let it be, okay.
Is what ended up happening. Yeah, I based that one off of a World War whatever fighter.
Yeah, which is accurate.
Helmet. Yeah. So its pattern's pretty good. So it was a collaborative effort to make the helmet. I patterned the poncho. Right. You made the foam.
The foam thing.
And you made my blaster and
the holster and the watch. Yeah. And James did a lot of stuff
the
across
3D
the pond
modeling.
that was easy to send over to the interwebs. No, that was fun, and it was great watching you just sling spray paint and everything else to get that camo pattern. Because we sewed the whole thing out of drop cloth. Went to Harbor Freight Tools and bought a canvas drop cloth that was musty.
Smelled like cotton. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun. I was thinking about making her Leia's white dress, the one where they find her in the Death Star, her first outfit.
Oh, okay, her New Hope.
Yeah, her New Hope outfit.
Yeah.
Because I keep seeing like the ones that you can buy for that one, they either have a shoulder seam or a shoulder seam.
And she doesn't have either one.
There's no shoulder seams. It's just the neck hole that's cut out, and so I wanted to play with that pattern. Here you go, two. Sorry.
Lavender.
The violet.
Violet.
Violet's turning violet.
So we've just gone through colors and are already a couple of inches in. That's pretty cool. So we're going to need like maybe...
This couple strips of that one?
Yeah. Like maybe one more set.
So... Yes. Okay, let's see. Louis Cossey, I've been trying for a long time to make folded over V-hooks. Still no success. Got suggestions?
We talked to the guys about this.
They ordered them special. The pack that we're copying, he made them out of smooshing PVC pipe.
Right.
So, like, we've been asking. We're not there yet, but we've been asking those questions.
Yeah, we're not there yet. Otherwise, it's, banging them out of aluminum and then cutting it down to shape after the fact. Hear ya. Thankfully, they're V-hooks, so... Yeah, anyway, I shouldn't say thankfully. Are we...
So then, let's go into the tan. There's only one of each of those tans.
So I just go tan and tan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they have the little white and the gray section, so I want to include that tan. You know what I mean?
Do I want to put these in?
After that one.
After this one, not before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh, whichever direction. I don't care too much, but you'll want one of each. So this one gets one.
Yes, Nimblues, Groot Cruise, and the Endor helmets are on her in Odin's channel. So the helmet is actually on your channel.
Right.
It's your video, and the poncho's on my channel, and then Rebel Base Builds has the missing pieces.
Right, and you've got the poncho pattern.
Yes, I have the pattern.
But I don't think I've ever gotten the pattern put up for the helmet. Because I've had too many people ask me about it.
Yeah, I know I made you the pattern.
You did. I've got it scanned somewhere.
It's scanned?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll have to see about doing that, because that is a good pattern.
Yeah, it was a good pattern.
It fits. Not only my head, but your head.
Right.
And there's a big difference between our head sizes. I was going to say, I can't use your not Yu-Gi-Oh hair, cyan hair.
No, the cyan hair. The cyan hair, yes.
The cyan.
The super cyan hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Super blue hair.
Because I have the whole rest of the outfit, but I can't use the hair because my head just doesn't fit. Got a big wig and a little head. Didn't quite think it through. No. No. Advixen, would double-sided tape help in this situation? Probably,
Maybe.
But we're just doing it.
Yeah, maybe. I think you said tape.
Yeah.
Saw somebody pop up and just spoil
Chris
it.
Byrne says the HasLab pack has an alarm rigged up to the clamp that holds the cable. So
Distracted. What?
the HasLab pack has an alarm rigged up to the clamp that holds the cable.
Okay.
Interesting detail that they added.
So instead of putting this on immediately, I'd like to put more rainbow in, even if it isn't another full set. Can we go a few sets and then we put this in and then complete?
Okay, of course. Let's do that.
Cool.
I'm down.
I just want to break them up a little bit. Although I really appreciate having a full set of colors here.
Right. Okay, here is 2.
Okay.
Take those, hold on. Those 2. And there you go.
Oh, I do still hold both. Just ever so barely.
Okay.
Over here.
Anyways, I have these 2 over here.
Okay.
When you're ready.
Sorry, you're kind of waiting on me now.
No, you're fine. Gertrude, I want to build myself a stormtrooper costume, but I'm not short enough.
Funny.
Luis Crossi says, I have the STL files for V-Hook, but I'm afraid they'll break and my wand will just crash the floor. Any ideas to strengthen the 3D prints? Maybe fiberglass or resin? They had metal ones.
Seriously? Something Shock Roman and I have looked at doing? Lost wax casting. There are filaments you can purchase to 3D print with. You can then encapsulate into plaster of Paris, put in the oven, and melt the filament out of it. And now you've got a void that you can pour molten aluminum into, which you can just melt cans in a homemade propane stone. So you can cast it out of aluminum. And honestly, that is probably, like, out of the 3 or 4 things we could do, that's going to be, pinnacle attempt.
Like, it's a piece of flat that's been folded up on the edges. I'm wondering if you could just bend aluminum.
That was kind of a thought. But one of the problems with bending aluminum too far is it's brittle and it'll actually break. It might be better if we actually tried to bend steel. Mild steel, thin steel.
Superman.
The piece that goes inside can still be aluminum, but getting a piece of aluminum to do that U-bend, it'll likely break, especially the hardware store brand stuff.
Okay, good to know.
Doing it cold anyway. Yeah.
I have these scissors that can cut the aluminum sheet metal, and those are like my favorite.
Right.
Ever. And I always want an excuse to use them.
Okay.
But it's okay, we don't have to. Louis Cossie, do that casting thing, please!
A couple pieces I don't have, so not next week.
You're fine.
But even if you don't get the special stuff, you could always 3D print the part, make a mold of it, make a wax version, and then proceed from there. Right, and that
There's
actually,
a million ways to.
if you want to make more than 1 or 2 or whatever, that would be the right way to do it. Some way that you can get to the putting a piece of wax that has all the funnels and flutes and stuff already part of it into a piece of plaster.
Yeah.
That'd be
Manufacturing.
Foundry type stuff.
Ralph Mork says, get me an STL file and I'll print and cast as many as you need.
Oh, wow, dude. Yeah, he's set up for it. Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Okay.
Immediately my brain goes, what other metal pieces do we need?
Right? But that's the main one, and there's that hook thing that he was showing us.
Yeah, the hook thing at least is just, it's an S hook that's been viciously bent.
Yeah.
So
that one seemed doable.
that one's easy.
Yes. Austin Lips. Hey, Felicia, is that wire or cable? Wondering. Yes.
This This was Cat 5 wire, which is made up of twisted strands of, well, wire. I guess it's still not cable, right? It's solid core. I'm not sure. Cable is, well, I guess technically this would be cable because we got multiple strands wound together.
We have cable and wire.
Yeah.
We have wires inside of a cable that we
There you
took
go.
out of a cable.
But I think in a technical sense and in a military sense, these are still a cable because there's two of them twisted. It's not a single.
It is wires and cables, and yes.
Because I remember hearing guys who, I got a friend who went to the Air Force, and him hearing somebody else, he didn't get the razzing or whatever you want to call it, the teasing over having a thread, loose thread showing on a uniform. Well, that's a cable because the way it's made, technically, it's a tiny little flexible cotton cable. So they call it cables.
Do you want to continue with the rainbow, or do you want to break into that?
We don't have any more of the. I'll
We're-
break into this.
We have more colors, and we're getting into it. It's starting to get more than 2 inches.
Okay.
So, how wide is it? Oh, this is in centimeters and millimeters, not in.
Well, I would definitely like to keep going and put more on the other side.
So, okay.
You know, more cables on the other side of this, even if it's just like the greens.
Yeah, the green blue section. Do you want to start in the golden brown,
Yeah.
or do you want to just start in the blue and greens? Because it's this section right here.
Then do the gold. Yeah, we don't have the gold yet. Definitely do the gold.
Okay, it's this one. Because we don't have any more of the green and gold.
Oh, that's what this one was. Well, let's just do the. I don't know.
Okay.
If this is in place of the two we don't have, then move on to the one that we do. How's
Okay.
that?
Sounds like a plan.
I just want to make sure I put it on the right order. 'Cause the first one I just slapped down.
Yeah, let's start with the green. There's a couple different greens.
Thank you for
And a couple different
humoring
blues.
me with. No, I want to do it with these other things in it too.
I figure worst case scenario, we just get some black shoe polish and we distress it, and
It's
then
gonna happen anyway. Well, actually, it won't happen very well with the tape. It'll just because it'll be smooth, right? We're not going to have crevices for it to go into.
we could distress it before we tape it.
Oh, good.
But I'm liking it. It's not looking terrible. It
No,
looks
it's
like
not.
gum, and I want to eat it. Forbidden candy. Forbidden. It is forbidden.
Forbidden cotton candy. How are we doing on time?
It is 1:46.
Oh, okay. We may not get to the tape portion today. Unless we go over. Seems like we could, but... Well, the problem is we got to do the other end, so...
Yeah, I think we probably should just get these all attached,
Uh-huh.
figured out, and we'll probably tape it next time.
Okay.
Which I'm fine with that, because we might need to get 2 pieces of tape or widen the tape, or
Right.
yeah. Future me can deal with those issues.
Yeah!
I'm not ready mentally yet for them. I'm just getting through these ones. Wait, this I already handed you this one.
Plus, we can openly ask right now, so we're just adding cable to this, making it wide, right? Hey guys, in whatever units you're comfortable with, how wide should this cable be? 3 inches? 75 millimeter? 2 inches? 55 millimeter? A cubit? What are we doing? 1/64 of a cubit? It needs to be 1 hamster long.
Groot Cruisin'. It's Twizzlers.
Yeah, it's totally Twizzlers.
Dan does junk. You made really good progress today. It does take time putting that together, and you're doing 2 of them. And then
And
Wolverine.
figuring it out. Well, thank you, Dan. Yeah, we actually made progress today.
That's green.
Next green.
Yes. Wolverine scratch. Felicia chooses flowers. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I will make some more flowers with the leftovers.
Yes.
Groot Cruisin' says, I say 5 meters.
5 meters. We'll make a good width. Okay. Anyone else? Because that seems a little big to me. I was kind of hoping like Bryce New was still there or something else. Now there's that whole lag depending on how long the commercials are that they've been stuck with. You know, how long it takes for the signal to bounce off space. You know, don't know where they are in the stream. So
Yes.
no complaints. Happy to wait. Oh my god, I'm so done waiting.
There you go.
Lovely. But at the same time, it feels like we do. Is there any more lavender?
No, but we're getting there. There's one piece of lavender left.
Okay.
We have the light blue, then we have the dark blue, and then we have one lavender, but I can rip up another piece.
Okay.
Actually, oh, this is blue.
It's blue. Okay.
It's blue.
Well, we can always put lavender on one and blue on the other one. It seems like, at the same time, asking these questions, just putting these on until we run out of blue and get up to where the black wire was going to be.
Well, since we're going to wait to tape it, we'll have time to chew on it.
It's true.
Like, if we really messed up.
Oh my gosh, no!
Those are...
These go in this one?
No, they go on the other one. Because they're the light blues. These are the light blues. Those over there are the dark blues. Ever so slightly different shades of blue, but they're different.
I am so happy I got someone else who took charge of that. my color registration's pretty good, but I'm so glad someone else is going to worry about the organization of what one goes next. Get a partner. It's so worth it. Someone to help you do shit. My thumb is totally
Burnt
caked
off?
in.
Oh.
No, I've got a lot of hot glue on here.
Okay, here you go. Those two. These two. Train? Yes.
Few of them. We've had 5 or 6. Train cam, that was fun, but I don't miss having to switch to it.
Yep. And oh, somebody asked way early in the chat, and I just completely got off topic. Toby and Bruno are not here.
Oh, right.
Toby Cam, no Toby Cam.
No Toby cam today.
No Toby Cam. That side.
Okay.
And then
And then we should measure it and see where we're at.
I will cut one more strip of this so that we can.
Okay. So we can have purple ends.
Yeah, because the purples do look really good.
I like the purples.
I do like the
So
purples.
we need, how many more purples? Just, we're going to do one on each, or do we need to cut up enough to do
I'm just cutting one more of these because I need a purple. I
Okay.
have one purple.
one and one? One and done!
Exactly, there you go. There's one.
Okay.
Used it for later. Groot Grusin says, I glued myself to this wooden stick, so now I'm stuck to my work. I'm a little attached to it. This one has purple. Okay, I'm like, this one doesn't even have purple. It does. It does.
We are currently just shy of 80 millimeters, and we are just over 3 inches. This is probably fine.
Probably right in scale.
That's probably, yeah. What we need to do is pull up that foam piece that Chris made.
And make sure it fits in
And
that
see,
scale.
Yeah, see where that's at.
That makes a lot of sense. We have the master plan that has a picture of the foam piece, even if we don't have the foam piece itself.
We should have the foam piece. It's probably
No, I
in
know,
the
but
bag.
without digging it out, you can look in the master plan because we have all the pattern pieces on it.
Fine. Freaking makes sense.
Speech bubble, crank flatter. I love all these weird names.
Right.
Remember the grain field feeder? There you go.
Rainbow cable flange.
How wide is it?
90. So it is.
But within this
just
section.
Just a tiny bit longer, yeah. So this is probably too long.
Way too wide.
Too wide, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it is his is 90 millimeter, and these are 80 millimeter. So yeah, we'll probably need to pull a couple off of one of the ends, whether it's you want to take
Red.
the browns off, like take the first 4 off.
No, because these ones are really strong in the rainbow pattern. I would probably just come from this end.
Okay, well you're pulling out a purple, which means
We don't need it anymore. But we can just glue it down. So so that it matches.
Or we can cut a new one that's a little bit wider. Let's see what do they say anything?
Louis Cossey says, my custom cable is 2 inches, my Hasbro is 2 1/4, my other cable is 3 inches, my other GB2 style is 3 inches.
Change the first one from 2 to 3, hit the wrong key. So the custom made is 3, my HasLab is 2 1/4, my other cable is 3. So he keeps coming up with 3, which is exactly where we're at. Actually, we're just over 3. We're about 3 1/8.
So if we take off this purple one.
So we take out the first, either the purple one or the first brown, one or the other.
I say the purple because the brown is strong.
Brown
in
is
the color
strong. Alrighty.
And there's a lot of the blues and the indigos.
Okay.
So now I have 2 more flowers for my headpiece.
So do we want to pull any others off? We are now
At 3?
pretty much at 3. We could lose like 1 more blue
Go for it.
if we wanted. Okay.
Go for it. Because there's like 3 blues. There's 2 blues that are very similar right within each other.
Gotcha.
Here, I'll take those.
More blues. Thank you, Lewis. So now we are right at 3. And his thing is 3 1/2, which gives us a little bit of extra.
Here, handing you that to the garbage.
Ooh, I got a husk.
And you can have this too. And these are just extra, and I am wrapping them up because it's a chaos. Pure chaos. Louis Cossey. That's why I get paid the big bucks for.
Yep.
More
Hey everyone, let's pump Louis Cossey's social media and everything else. You got a YouTube channel, you got an Instagram handle, you got what do you got, Louis? Tell us so we can go see your stuff.
Muon Martyr Ghostbuster 2 cable style is 60 pin.
Okay. I can try counting, but okay, we're 60 pin. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
More.
6, 8, 20.
There's no R. I keep going to say moron, but it's not. Muon Martyr says, has the reference library come in handy at all? Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. Very much so. Thank you.
9, 11, 13, 15, 19, 21. We're currently at 63 pin.
So we are 3 pin over?
We are 3 pin over if we want to be that specific.
Okay, well, for now, I think we are a good stopping spot.
I think we're in a great stopping spot.
Like, it works. It looks
Yeah.
pretty. I don't hate it.
That's good. You can see up here about where it's going to be.
Yeah. You gotta smoosh it. Should I bring my hair straightener next time?
You can try, but I think all you're going to do is cook the
wire?
Cook the jacket, yeah.
Oh, the plastic off.
The
Yeah,
plastic
you're right.
off, yeah, unfortunately. So, there we are. We can kind of see that on camera 3 a little bit.
Camera 3?
So this is kind of where we're at. This is the first set that, even though there's kind of made at the same time, this is the first one, and then this was the second one laid down. But this is sort of where we're at with attempting to make our own ribbon cable, and these have got some weight to them. These are not, there's 2 of them here, but this isn't lightweight.
Okay.
It'd be kind of funny. I wonder how much the cables weigh versus the pack.
Right?
What percentage of the pack is the decorative cable going to be?
It's the copper in it.
Yeah.
We rip. No.
Right. Oops.
Oops. I'm glad that's empty.
I am very glad that's empty.
Because I totally made a
So
mess.
then it's a little more rat nest at the end, but up here it looks nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, need to get another piece of wood cut. My thought is, if we were to clamp this to the table at one end and get another piece of wood at the distance we want, and we just start doing the same thing again, and
Like we tape it as we go down?
I would.
No?
I would do this again on the other end until everything is straight and flat as it can pretty much be, because it still won't be,
Yeah.
and then start taping it. maybe even flip it over so it's flat on the table.
Yeah.
And then start taping it, and then once one side's taped, flip it over,
Okay,
tape
they're
some
not
more.
all the same length.
That's fine.
Okay.
We'll just
We'll deal with that when we get there.
we'll deal with that when we get there. Good to know now.
Yeah. There we go. It's all glued at one end, so we okay.
Pretty much. I was just gonna hang it.
Smart. And these are just coiled, so then I don't have to think about them again.
Okay. Well, that's great.
They're not
That's-
tangly as tangly could be.
Hey, Shock Gremlin, next time I'm going to torture you with trying to make something electronic. Look, we got a bunch of meter-long wires pre-cut. Or we're making a crown for the Passion of Christ.
It's a bird's nest, but
Oh, it's a
yes.
bird's nest. Okay, I like that better.
Oh, it works. I have
It's a lot
my
less
flower
painful.
crown. You can have all the flower crowns you want. Here, I'll just get this up for now.
There, did I grab a spring clamp?
It is 2 o'clock. We made
Oh,
it.
wow, really?
Right on time.
Okay. Let's save for the moment. I've got the wires hung on the top of the shelf while my spray paints are on. I'm going to end up clamping it in place so it doesn't jump during the next time period when we're not live streaming. But hey, Felicia, you talked about potentially doing a live stream this Tuesday.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am going to be live this Tuesday on my channel, Behind the Scenes Fashions. It's just me, and we will be working on whatever project I'm working on.
Right on. Making the Ghostbusters gun belt? No.
Not yet, but in my head I am patterning the suit. Although I wanted to work with a pre-built suit out
Okay.
of pure laziness.
Sure.
Especially since Target had jumpsuits in the right color and sizes that I didn't get.
Well, I've got the one that purchased a long time ago,
Yeah.
flight suit that we were using for another project, but still can use for this one.
Yeah.
And you guys will know, I know there's a company making replica suits that actually seem affordable in addition to being right.
So I'm open to not starting from scratch, but
Yeah.
I also in my head is like, well, worst case scenario, I have more tarp.
Got more tart. Yesterday I started working on a new video, and I intend on. I got some errands I got to run here for a minute, but I'm going to come back to the studio this evening. It won't be a live stream, but I'm going to continue working on that video. Spend another couple hours getting something built.
Off to ever edit land.
Off to never edit land.
You need to be thinking about that the whole time you're editing, because
No.
that's like seriously in my head.
Yeah.
And I have spread the earworm. Mwahaha.
I'm really bad with the earworms. I hear there was some friends recently I walked by and having a birthday party for their kids, and they're doing the musical chairs thing, playing the Macarena. Yeah, that little bit it was
Hey,
stuck in my
Macarena.
head forever.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I'm working on, and I don't usually do, but I think I need to because I've been watching Steve do it, and I'm coming back into doing videos, so I think I need to start, hey, this is what I'm working on, because it's going to be longer periods of time between my videos. So what I've done is I've already got a prototype made of building Chopper's missing leg. I got to talk to Chris. So there's Steve Mead, who's got R2SC. We know him from the R2D2.
Yeah.
The one that's always screaming. It's a fun thing
I
to
am
do,
really
R2.
good at ignoring that. Like,
Yeah.
it does not even faze me or bother me
That's
at
good.
all.
It can get...
Oh, I can see people's
when
faces.
you're a
and it-
neighbor and it's going off a lot, it can be like, oh, there's that again. But
yeah. And I get it, but I'm like, I realize
Yeah.
how tolerant I am to annoying noises.
good for you.
Poor brothers.
That's 4 sets of annoying noises. Chris, someone else who I met previous, even to all this, but anyway, I'm horrible with faces. He's got a chopper. It's a chopper replica that's a full-size unit that looks more or less like the live action one from Ahsoka. What he wants is Chopper's missing leg. This is the prototype. So I went through and used an online pattern for 3D printing to make my file to match his thing. And so I've got a foam one, but now I'm actually making the final one that I'm going to give him. And the idea is that it isn't just the missing leg. It needed to be foam and lightweight because this could be... Chopper's got arms on his head. He can hold it like he does in the show. And I've got a little coin slot in it because the idea is for this to be a donation bank for Chris's charities that he wants to do. I think Make-A-Wish is the first one.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish is the...
But he was saying he wants to switch it up, so he doesn't want a permanent QR code on the prop. But, yeah, it needed to be lightweight, and it was great fun having this and handing it to both Steve and Chris that are going, oh my gosh, because of how light it is versus...
Compared to their other robots?
Yeah, which, of course, has mechanisms and metal and 3D print and everything else.
Like, actually move and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I got a video build of doing this, making a leg for amputee war veteran, basically, right? He's got mismatched legs, and all in the name of raising money for kids. So I'm pretty excited about it. Anyway, yeah, that's coming up. Ideally, week from Wednesday. Ideally.
Yes, and we will not be live this upcoming Sunday, but the following.
Correct.
So.
Yep.
But I will be live Tuesday on my channel.
There you go.
Yes.
So thank you all for sticking around with us. If you're still with us, if you stuck around from the beginning, you're freaking awesome.
Right.
And even if you didn't, you're here now, you're pretty freaking awesome. So thank you all very much for it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime for participating with us, for being part of the live stream, for saying what you did in the chat. Sorry, we were very hyper focused on our task today, and
we got stuff accomplished.
Weren't as interactive, but we did get stuff accomplished. Anyway, great. This Friday on my Discord channel, we will be playing Among Us again. At least that's the plan. So if you want to jump in and play a quick game of Among Us with us, then please check out patreon.com/Odin Makes. And the Discord level will get you access to playing that game, as well as get you pretty much continuous access to be able to chat and talk to me, or behind the scenes fashions, or Shock Gremlin, and Dan Does Junk. He's on there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's a lot of people working on cool projects, and it's fun to watch it go down.
It is. So in just 2 weeks, we'll be back again and hopefully finish up the cables. And there's that whole red entry, which I need to get a hold of those guys and schedule having more Gundam guest stars. So that'll probably happen in February as well. There's a couple of cons coming up, but, all good.
A nickel in my knee.
A nickel in my knee, yes.
I'm just with chat's moving. So
I was an astromech droid once until I got a nickel in my knee.
Yeah, I'll trade you sides.
Okay. All right. Thank you all very much. It's been a productive live stream.
Right? We got stuff actually accomplished.
We actually had stuff happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to the end. I'm not ready for it.
How can we stretch this out further?